The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs.
Welcome, everyone, to the official space section of the chart.
What's the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Sir, you're out of order. Out of order. I show you out of order.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Real Debaters podcast. I am Michael. To my right is Charles.
And I'm Sigourney Weaver from Alien 3, the best basketball movie of all time.
Hook shot. Who else is in the fucking room this Christmas?
This is George Clooney.
The best Batman.
What a guess.
Best Batman ever.
Love your nipples, man.
Oh, thank you. Did you see my codpiece, too?
Sweet,
they accentuated
They
my
told me
junk.
not to stare.
They called that the
Yeah.
Dick Grayson.
Yeah, the Dick Grayson.
Ooh.
Raising the Dick Grayson.
Because I'll be grazing that dick.
If you're a longtime listener, that's Martin in stereo as opposed to in Zoom. He's home for the holidays. He's been home for a week, and we finally got to nab him.
We got him.
We got him.
We
got
kidnapped him.
We
I've
got
been
him for an
kidnapped. Please
afternoon.
call help.
Yeah, if we don't return
Good
him.
joke.
You know what though?
Tie him up.
His dad knows where I live because the last time I saw his dad, he was like, "Why are you throwing that ladder outside? It's a good ladder."
Did
The
he
ladder's
take
been
the
out
ladder?
front for like 3 years.
The ladder's finally gone.
The
but,
ladder's
like,
gone.
Like, leave it to his dad to be like, what's wrong with the ladder? I'm like, well,
We don't need it.
how about you take it and tell me how safe you feel on that ladder, Mr. Navarro?
It's the safest ladder I've ever used.
You know, though, he'd fix it and then
Yeah,
make
he'd be like, this is one of the
exactly.
safest ladders I've ever
Can I
used.
have the ladder back now? No, but it was super. That ladder, fuck that ladder's got some good stories. Anyways, listener, welcome back to the show. Welcome to the last episode of the year.
Sorry, just no. I've never heard that sentence in my life.
Spin your mic there.
This ladder
you
has
go.
some good stories.
Mostly
I love
just
it.
climbing.
I love it. Sorry, Mike.
I completely missed that I did that.
That's a great line.
She has some good
Great
steps.
line.
That should be the title of my biography. This ladder's got some good stories.
The 12-step program.
The 12-step program.
Yes.
So welcome back to the last episode of the year, listener. We figured we started with a debate. We'll end it with a debate. This is one we've been doing for 5 years in a row. It was an accident. Now it's
It's a
just something.
tradition.
It's a tradition, right? Like everyone has a Christmas tradition. Eggnog, turkey. We argue who should buy our favorite movie characters the best list of gifts. This is the best Secret Santa debate.
Just our favorites of the year, and I don't know if we did a price limit before. We're not doing that this year.
No, we did not. We
Everyone's
did
going
not.
crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
This is unlimited budget.
26 kilos of cocaine.
Yes.
Each.
That's what you brought us?
That's what your price is. Your budget is 26 kilos of cocaine.
Roughly what the
For
street
each
value.
bit, yeah,
How
each
much
bit.
cocaine do you think Martin can fit in his ass?
At least 5 keys.
I never thought before, but
5 bricks.
I
That's
wanna,
more than enough.
Yeah, I shit out about 5 bricks.
I shit bricks. bricks of cocaine. Yeah.
Cavernous anus.
So yeah, exactly. All those things will be happening. But before we get into it,
I'm just gonna move these scissors.
Yeah,
they're in a
you know
dangerous
what?
place.
They are.
They make me nervous.
They're right by my
That's what
foot.
they're there for.
That's in a slipper.
Yeah. You really get into Home Alone every year when you watch it.
This
Throw
whole
scissors
this
on the
whole
ground.
basement is a booby trap.
Got a loaded gun on the ground.
Playing Russian roulette with a loaded fucking 6-shooter. No, so before we get into it, does anybody have anything coming up the next little while that we want to announce? Martin, anything in the new year for Clue Club?
Not yet. We're still booking dates. I'll figure it out probably the next couple of weeks. But
Sweet. All right, Jimmy, anything coming up for
I'll
Blessed Ghost?
be at Excuse Lounge on January 21st. It's a brunch show. So,
Yeah.
God, I hope people have some drinks.
That's
yeah,
gonna be great.
Oh, boy.
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
going to be phenomenal. And thank you if you came to Little Brown Jug for trivia.
Good
We had
point.
an excellent
Yes,
time.
We did.
The feedback was great. We sold out, and we can't wait to do it again.
We really can't. Jensen at Little Brown Jug is a great host. She went around the room and told everybody who may have been parked in the wrong area to move because there was a tow truck out there.
And he was lurking.
He was creeping.
He was waiting.
He was
He
creeping,
was.
creeping on a come up, as they say.
That's right.
And
So she put it all together. It went flawlessly. And
perfect.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And
if
then
you
also
came.
thank you for coming to movie night.
for
at,
Krampus movie night.
Krampus movie night. Zoe made some fantastic cocktails.
Another success.
Charles had his beard then.
Yeah. That was the naughty list, and then this is the result of that. So
you got a big old lump of coal on your face.
yeah. Krampus.
That was
Oh,
my
Krampus.
first time seeing Krampus, which which was a lot of fun.
Did it live up to your expectations?
You know what? Because putting the bingo together, I was reading a lot of things. I was trying to play out in my head how this would play out on screen. And I remember seeing some certain scenes, in clip rolls and whatnot. The gingerbread men were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I think the ending it looks like the best metal album cover ever with like the horn fucking reindeer and then all the that looks like a Nightmare Before Christmas. Should be, right?
Yeah.
If it was in real life.
And they announced a sequel.
They did. How is everybody going to get out of the snow globe though?
I think it'll be a new story.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what Jimmy and I were talking about. Is I think that's the beauty of the ending is that it can be fucking any time.
Yeah, that's right.
They could even be like, hey, let's do Krampus in 1500s.
I hope they do.
Right? Like they could do
Make it
any
the witch,
time.
but with Krampus.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm into
Yeah.
that.
Totally.
Okay.
So I mean, I just love. I thought it's such a fun movie and animatronics.
Yeah.
Animatronics.
It just looks good.
Scariest
Practical
fucking
effects.
thing ever when that thing starts licking.
Oh my god.
Or Tony Collette's face. is so
Unacceptable.
So the point is that what Jimmy mentioned is stay tuned for more of these.
It's something we really like to do, and we're excited to do more.
Yeah, I think we're going to take trivia on the road. I think
God, we're good at it.
We're going to do some. I think we're going to buy a trivia package so that we've got a wide. We can cast a wide net of movie trivia going forward. Instead of coming up with what's in our brains, we'll find out what the experts have put together.
People fucking love trivia.
do,
so we
man.
just
They
want to
do.
give you guys good trivia.
And if you haven't been, we give away shit. We give
Yeah.
away prizes
Yeah.
to Landmark Theaters and Cinema, that shitty one, Silver City,
Silver Shitty.
Silver Shitty, and tickets to our trivia night. So follow us on social media. Links are all in the show notes for that. Charles, anything on the
Nerdgasm Christmas special will be up.
Ooh.
It's the 8th one. So yeah, big deal. But yeah, no,
8
it's
crazy
just,
episodes.
Yeah, there you go. It's just
That's
a
a
couple
technical
movie
foul.
recommendations, some Christmas specials, anything that I'm like, hey, I love Christmas, so anything that gets me in the Christmas spirit. But anyways, yeah, it should be on the channel youtube.com/cfbomb.
Fan-fucking-tastic. What was I going to say?
We should host a paint night.
What do you mean?
We should host a paint night.
They have to paint
Like
our,
people come in and paint a movie?
Yeah.
or us.
That's a
I'm
good
just
idea.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad pitch.
They can
like
paint
your own-
us.
Paint your own movie poster.
Oh, that might be fun.
We
well,
need,
and then we show a movie.
Yeah.
We need new promo for the channel, so we're gonna get you guys to paint us logos.
Bring your own
paint us-
laptop. So we do get on MS Paint, so we don't have to pay for the supplies.
Are you a graphic designer?
100% with this idea, but can I just pose as George from Seinfeld?
Yeah,
And you just paint me live?
yeah.
Oh,
we
but you
do
gotta
that?
be the. You gotta be the. Yeah. You gotta be
Yeah,
the,
the
in the
lunch.
boxers. Yeah. The,
Yeah,
Lunch.
yeah,
you
whatever.
know?
But like, I will assume famous big men roles, and I
Love it.
can just lie there and be painted. Not painted, but like
Timeless art of seduction.
You don't have to.
No, I
paint
think
me,
you have
just-
to do. You're our naked model.
Oh, is this like naked sushi?
It is.
Like-
you change every.
I think that's
you have to
it.
change
We'll all
every
paint
minute.
Mike doing George like the timeless art of seduction.
Yeah, and like
That might be really fun.
I want some anime. I want some Picasso.
We could
I
all
want some Michelangelo.
basically-
I want to be a statue. Like
We could all model our
Mike, to get in
favorite
character,
pose
you're gonna have to
from
shave.
something TV movie.
Charles
related.
shaved. We'll use his body.
You're gonna have to shave to get into character.
We'll use
you
my
have to
body
shave.
and
No
his
hats.
Hey guys,
No
if we
hats.
shave my body, we can all have beards right now.
Gross.
No, thank you.
You sure? Okay.
That being said, we only get Martin for so long, so let's step off this mortal coil and cue that wonderful trailer music. What did you watch this week, Martin?
I have been watching The Artful Dodger on Disney Plus.
Oh, I saw the
It
trailer.
is fucking awesome. I haven't finished it yet. I'm like halfway through the series, but
Give us
Can you hear me?
Give us a rundown.
all right. So, for you guys ever read the old Dickens?
I have not.
No. Did you ever watch the play?
I did.
Okay, so it's basically the continuation of Jack Dawkins, The Artful Dodger, his story.
Oh, so it's not just like a remake. It's a
no, it's a continuation of
I
his
love
story,
that.
which is awesome because it gives you a
Wow.
whole new kind of what's been going on,
Right.
because you wonder what's going to happen, 'cause-
That's what we think about all of
Yeah.
our favorite characters after a movie.
Yeah, I hate Oliver. I didn't like Oliver Twist. He's a little bit of a crybaby. That's what Artful Dodger was my
you didn't
favorite
want
character.
some more?
No,
did you?
no, no.
Yeah, he's just a junkie. He just goes
Yeah.
up to anybody. More.
More.
Why don't you earn your keep, you freeloader?
Holy shit!
You know,
I know how you vote.
With integrity.
make London great again. No, it's great because and the guy who plays him, I can't remember his name. It's Sangster. Fuck.
Duh.
Fuck.
That's a great last name.
It's
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on, I got it here. Thomas Brody Sangster.
Okay.
That's who
He plays the
plays
Artful Dodger, Jack
Dodger.
Dawkins, and it's like I think it's around 10 years later.
For people like me who have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about, what is the Artful Dodger story about?
So basically, like Oliver Twist, he was the orphan who basically
Like Batman.
escapes his orphanage
okay,
and
is
goes
this a
to
grown
London.
up? Is this grown up?
Now it's grown up, but I'll like explain Oliver Twist,
Okay,
the
okay.
character, right? So basically, he goes to London. He gets recruited by these gang of little kids who are like thieves. They
Little
steal
street
wallets.
toughs.
Yeah, little street toughs. They have a
Newsies.
gang, and they're led by this old dude named Fagin, who is like he teaches them everything of how to steal. And it's basically their story. And the Artful Dodger is the one who finds Oliver, and he's basically the head honcho of the pickpockets. But the story is 10 years later what happens, because the story resolves. Oliver gets adopted.
Yeah.
Fagin and Artful Dodger escape, and you don't know what happens. So then this is like 10 years later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And also, just so you know, they do have Fagin in it, and he's played by Daniel Thewlis, which is awesome.
What is he in?
What?
What else is he in?
Daniel Thewlis. He was in Fargo.
Oh.
You know Daniel
Thewlis.
Thewlis? Did I say it right?
Yeah,
Thewlis?
he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
Fargo. He was in Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's-
Daniel Day Thewlis.
who's now a cobbler.
He was in something just recently, something really big. I forget
Yeah,
what,
he did a show on HBO with
On Max?
Helen Mirren.
You mean
think
on Max?
Yeah, Max. Sure, whatever the fuck it's called.
You mean on Max, Michael?
Discovery Warner Brothers Max streaming amazement.
Discovery
Plus.
Max.
Yeah.
Something else though, something like really big, like maybe a movie or something. But anyways, he's in it. He plays Fagin, which is awesome. And yeah, like Jack Dawkins, 10 years later, he becomes like it's set not in London. It's set in one of the colonies.
Okay.
British colonies.
Canada.
Tropical climate. So, and he like now in this colony, no one knows that he is the Artful Dodger. He's a thief.
Right.
He basically becomes a surgeon, and it's pretty fucking gory.
Oh.
Like it's comedy, but it's gory.
I
Like,
didn't know that.
So if you're watching, you're like, it's gonna be wholesome fun. No, there's some fucking
Really?
horrific, gory scenes in it.
I am
'Cause
getting
he's
sold
like-
on this.
Yeah, he's a surgeon in what, like the fucking.
oh, we're going to have a
14
blue jay
like
peck out the blood.
Like 1600s, I guess, or 1700s. The Age of Sail, basically the Age of Sail,
Yeah.
right, with all the British colonies.
With
Yeah,
the
yeah,
leeches and...
Yeah. They do some like.
Here, give him
There's
cocaine.
a lot of sawing.
Oh,
There's
dear
a lot
God.
of sawing.
Here's some whiskey.
Yeah, that was it. Then this was like before they used
Bite
like,
down on
anesthetic.
this.
Well,
and
probably
ether. Before they
opium.
used ether.
Yeah,
Before they
yeah.
used ether
Jesus.
to knock people out. So there was no.
I'd
painless
probably
surgery.
just die of gangrene.
So it's a lot of like bite on this wood
Oh
cork.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bite on this.
Yeah.
And there's
Jesus.
this funny scene where like
Christ.
they had no entertainment back then, right? So the entertainment would be like whenever there was a surgery, all the nobles would go in and watch and place bets to see if he'd live or die.
Oh, my God.
So they're like there's like a theater, the medical theater, and they see
Right.
them all watching the surgery.
You gotta let us do that
We're
now.
a horrible species.
That's what Gladiator evolved into.
Oh, yeah.
Is
And let me just say,
surgery.
it's like there's
I wanna-
lots of blood.
They got to put
Wow.
that on...
Lots of blood.
If they put that on Sports Select, I'd be betting on that every week.
48 cardiac
the-
arrest 7 times. Does he survive his heart transplant?
What's the over-under?
yeah,
It's so funny. Like the first surgery he does, like they do, like it's so funny too. It's so like I don't know how to say corrupt, but they just it just seems so evil. So the first one, there's 2 surgeons on staff. It's Jack Dawkins and this other guy, and they're basically like, all right, heads or tails to see who gets it. And
Oh, fuck.
Jack Dawkins gets it, and he's like, I bet I could beat your record to amputate this leg in 40 42
It's not a
seconds.
race.
But they bet on it. They bet a pound on
Wow.
it. And then basically he does the surgery and beats it. I think he amputates a leg and sews everything up in 30 seconds.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So he lobs it off, basically, like with a fucking
With a
butcher
bone
Saws it
knife?
off. Saws it off.
Bone
Saws it off with a manual saw, Michael.
the best part is
and
the-
you can hear the sawing when they're doing it.
The guy came in just because his eye hurt. They're like, "Hey, I bet I could cut this guy's leg off in 30
Well,
seconds."
dude,
He's like,
one of the running jokes on the
My
show
leg is
is
asleep.
like the head surgeon is incompetent. Like he's a drunk, he's incompetent.
Right.
So like no one wants to get him, and he just
Right.
basically does more harm than good and kills. His mortality rate's like 500%.
Oh my
He's
God.
killing everybody. Like Jack Dawkins is the only competent surgeon on the ward.
And how
Everyone-
do the effects look?
Oh, they're like it looks like I said, very gory, very good.
Wow.
I got
Well,
Well, it's
squeamish at times.
Love that.
Disney's making this,
I think
right?
it's Stars.
So, okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
either way, Disney wouldn't put a
So it's
a debt on
Disney's
that.
Disney
dark
Plus,
money.
Yeah.
that's right.
It's the adult side of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wicked though. That's
okay,
cool.
how many stubby knees do you give it out of 10?
I'm giving it a 9.
9.
9 stubby knees.
Because the way you describe it, like I looked at it and I thought, oh, this is going to be Like
No, it's not.
heartfelt and
It's fucking the opposite.
lovely.
It's all this, like, Oliver Twist was very heartfelt, but they did have the grimy stuff with
Yeah.
Fagin the Artful Dodger. This is all grimy shit.
Fuck yeah.
All the grimy
I'm in.
shit.
You've
Oliver
100%
After
There's a,
Dark.
there's a massive, like, diarrhea scene, puking scene, too, which is hilarious. So
Me
yeah,
personally
lots of
love diarrhea.
good stuff. Yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
The person who has it
Yeah, that's true.
comes out easy. Hot lava.
Or hot snakes.
Hot snakes. I forgot
It's
about
almost
the
like
hot
old.
snakes.
It's Old Faithful. You know when it blasts you in the ground like this, because you get the stream, but you also get the mist. Sometimes you know that. Christ.
I'm more
It's
of a
just fire.
I'm in.
I'm more of a gurgle.
You have 100% sold me.
Oh,
on
it's
this.
good, Jimmy. Watch
Yeah.
it. I think it's gonna.
You should
it's
get
probably
Hot
gonna be one of my
Snakes.
You know
favorite
what?
shows of the year.
I thought I thought it was going to be another Crown or another sort of
No,
English.
that's
like,
it, right?
I
It's
kind of thought it was
fucking
going to follow the
hilarious.
monarchy
It's
shit
hilarious. But
oversaturated
Who else
the world.
is in it?
with.
Is there a big cast or
well, it's the main girl. I recognize her, but
you just fooled me? You fully pulled me into
Maya
this.
Mitchell.
Maya
What
Mitchell.
was she in?
That sounds familiar.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Has anybody else heard of Maya Mitchell?
It sounds.
I don't
Heard of Maya
recognize it.
Hawke? She's the one who's
She
all
was
over
in
the
Teen
news.
Beach 2. The Fosters. Good
The
Trouble.
rebeachening.
Yeah, no, she wasn't in. I don't think she was in much. I don't think so.
The Three Beach.
Okay, I know the Fosters. Like I haven't seen it, but I know the show.
Is that the one where the kids get switched?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Birth, right?
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
that's in the title.
Yeah,
It's
The Fosters?
so
Is that about a
funny.
family
No,
of
but
not
these
real
kids
people?
get switched at birth, and then
Yeah.
I think they find each other's real
later in life.
families.
Yeah.
Those the
What do you
three-
do?
Is that the three brothers that like all went off and
I
I
think that
think
was
you're-
Five Brothers
No,
with Mark Wahlberg.
You're thinking of Saving
That's
Private
four-
Ryan.
Four Brothers. Sorry, Four Brothers.
Four Brothers was great.
I think you're thinking of Saving Private Ryan. And then they have to find the one brother who's
All right.
Private Ryan.
Andre 3000's an actor.
he is. But new debate: best Four Brothers movie.
Best movie about four
With
brothers.
Mark
Best movie
Wahlberg.
about Four Brothers, not with Mark Wahlberg. Cool. Anything else you've consumed? Like any?
Nine.
Daniel
10.
Thewlis playing Fagin steals the show because Fagin's like a fucking piece of shit, scummy
Just a
dude.
monster.
Like he's well in Oliver, he's a adult that gets kids to do the stealing
for him, so he won't go to jail.
Yeah, exactly. And he's always the type of guy, look out for me first.
Yeah.
He'll abandon any of those kids.
Ooh, character you love to hate.
But he's so good at it. He's
Fuck yeah.
so good at it.
Hell yeah.
He's the first Daddy Warbucks, basically.
Yeah.
What would you watch? What do we have here next? We have Charles. What'd you watch?
So I've been watching a lot of Christmas stuff, obviously, just because Christmas season.
It is.
I was late to the game in this, but I finally watched Violent Night.
Hey.
And holy shit, was
Winnipeg.
that? It was so good. It was so good.
Isn't it? If you just like it's, I don't want to say it's one of those shut your brain off movies, but if you just shut your brain off,
Just
and
let
you
it
enjoy it,
Yeah.
it's so much fun.
Just buy into the world, like just let it take you on the
The
ride that it's
lore.
doing, and it's great. Yeah, and it gives you so much kind of character background that you don't expect, but it's so cool. And
I
it's
used to
just
be
kind of
called this.
sprinkled in there. Yeah, like they show one quick shot of him clearly having a flashback of him being like a Viking, like a.
It's enough.
Yeah, and then
That's it,
he has
right?
that line of dialogue where they're like, he says like, "What the fuck are you?" And he's like, "I've been called," and he just starts saying all these big like historical,
Christmas.
yeah, and you're like, "Holy shit!" Like it's so cool. And again, I've told you guys this for years that I always had this idea of Jingle Bell Rock with The Rock, where it's just about Santa killing terrorists, something along those
But
lines.
isn't that coming? Like
But
Red
this
One or
movie did it
something?
better. Like this is exactly
Jingle
what I
Bell
envisioned when it's literally Santa Claus just kicking ass.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
And I love when he gets his hammer.
Oh my
That
god.
whole bit is great. It's great. And he just starts fucking people up with the sledgehammer.
And John Leguizamo
Yeah, John Leguizamo.
As
I've
Krampus.
always loved
as Krampus.
I've always loved John Leguizamo, and I loved him in this. I thought he was great. He was Scrooge. That's who he was. He was
right.
Mr. Scrooge. Yeah. And when he realizes that he's Santa, it's so funny because it just pisses him off more.
Right.
And then like for a movie called Violent Night, amazing. It really is super violent, and like one of the best ways. Like one of my. Obviously, the coolest kill is like Santa's fatality at the end with John Leguizamo. Like finding a way to kill someone using a chimney is unbelievable. But even
I couldn't imagine what that felt like to be sucked up through a chimney.
and they show it. It's not a clean.
doesn't look
like
pleasant.
no. It's like he starts bobbling there for a bit, and then
just powers him through.
Yeah. And then I think one of my favorite kills is when he kills the dude with the star.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then his face catches on fire, and then he's on the walkie while he's melting. And then he's on the walkie, and he's like, "Whoa, that's gross!" And he like keeps slowly like
Fizzling.
Yeah, David Harbour's great. Like
nailed
I love. Yeah, he really like. That's the thing. It's like
That's what I wanted his Hellboy to be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It was a better Hellboy than Hellboy.
I agree.
Basically,
Did you catch a lot of Winnipeg in it? Did you catch a lot?
Yeah, so it was funny. I totally forgot that it was filmed in Winnipeg, and then when that clicked in,
when you saw
it was-
Wee Johnny's,
yeah, like right at the beginning, and he said
classic
Scotland.
Scottish bar.
Yeah, the guy's like, "How long have you been
recognize that bar
Santa for?"
Oh, a few thousand years.
And then he gives it that little like, and
Yeah.
he's like he's
I've drank out of those glasses.
right.
So that's so funny.
You
It's
indirectly
great.
kissed David Harbour.
I have. That's what I tell people. I remember
Um,
being there when they were shooting that. They made us all stand outside, all the comics, and we were being too loud.
That's so funny. I was trying to find out too, like the house that everything takes place in or whatever. I was trying to find out.
Is it like a
if
Westminster
it was
house?
in Tuxedo,
Yeah.
or if it was in like
Pretty sure-
Wellington,
pretty sure that's a
or
Wellington
Bridgewater.
You think so?
It feels
Funny enough,
that
one
feels
of-
like generational money.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
one of the actors in it, she plays Sugar Plum. She's like one of John Leguizamo's crew. I went to school with her actually.
That's
You
incredible.
totally- yeah, her name's Stephanie Sy. She's incredible.
That is her,
It
yes.
is her. Yeah, she's awesome.
We should
Yeah.
have her on the show.
She would
Why
be
don't you hook
great.
that
Yeah,
up?
Let's
Local
I'll see what I
connections.
can do. But yeah, no, we went to school together, so it's really neat seeing her in that, and she's doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, that was her in it, and yeah,
That's
so that
fucking
was
awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I
Very,
got
very cool.
certain people who shall not be named, but they sent me images
Voldemort.
of doing yes.
I said it.
They sent me the images of the snowmobiles being launched.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how they were doing at BTS and stuff.
That's so
like, I
cool.
should show you guys after. Like,
Yes, please.
it's like it's a whole cable system where
Yeah.
like, and they're like, we need a compressor to do it, and I was like, fucking A.
That's
We can
so
do
cool.
that.
We can do that. We can launch things through the air. I really loved just how much they didn't take themselves too seriously.
That's it,
with
right?
Right? Like,
Yeah, and I was gonna say it's like one of those scripts like Snakes on a Plane. Like everybody
Yeah.
involved in it
Believes in
understands, right?
but it is
what the objective is, and they all believe in giving the best fucking
that's
movie ever, even
Stahelski's
though it's so insane.
I think it's Stahelski's production company that did that movie. Like,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same world as John Wick. And,
Yeah, see,
and Nobody and stuff like that. Like,
and it's awesome, and it makes total like it's just a great idea, and with the. Like the market is so saturated in terms of holiday movies and Christmas movies, especially with literally like
We got
the
Silent
Hallmark.
Night coming out this year.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, what's his face doing is
John
like,
Woo.
Yeah, John Woo coming back, but
Yeah.
like, what's his dick who was in
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Kinnaman.
Yeah, Joel
Kinnaman. Yeah. He doesn't.
good.
He pulls a
I love
Nicolas
him,
Cage.
but
He doesn't
he
say
needs-
anything.
Doesn't say anything.
He needs his thing. Like he
if
tried
you-
with RoboCop and it didn't work.
Well, I heard if the actor doesn't speak in the movie, he's not entitled to craft services. So
Interesting.
I think they might be saving
He's
some
so-
money.
That's a way to shed some weight.
He's
Exactly.
a background extra at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
How many?
These are for the talent.
How many rich ass Wellington homes out of 10 do you give it?
I really love this movie. Honestly, it's like I'd say 8.5. 8.5.
It's gonna make
So
it into your
fun.
repertoire.
Just so
Oh
fun.
yeah, it's gonna be a yearly watch.
We
easily,
had when me and
easily.
Jimmy went to see it. We were just like giggling.
It was
and laughing
fantastic.
and
And there's no
yeah.
like down points.
Nope.
Like the whole
And it's
movie
short,
from start to
too.
finish
It's-
is
yeah.
fucking great. And at the end of the day, it still has this really nice,
Message.
heartfelt
It's
Santa
Christmas.
message.
Well, it's
Yeah,
the relationship
yeah.
between him and the little girl throughout the whole thing, right? Like it's
Yeah.
it's very Die Hard in that they're communicating on a radio, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
Like he is
Seeing
into,
David
like,
Harbour's joy when he eats
Right?
the cookie and likes it. It's like, ooh.
And then he's like, yeah, it's actually pretty good. He puts some in his pocket.
Right?
And then he has other ones where he's like, yeah, like that's so, it's just great. It's like, yeah. I have to just say quickly, one of my other favorite moments is when he fucking puts the grenade in the guy and he's walking away and the guy's like, and then he's like, I gotta turn around. And as soon as he turns around, the guy explodes, turns back to the camera, and he's like, and he just walks out of frame. That was great. That was like I love like again.
That's straight
they
up
did
fourth wall.
so many good Santa
Yeah.
kill moments. Specifically, like how would
zo-
Santa kill
they
this
did
guy?
It, they did it
yeah.
like zombie kill moments.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
Put him
Yeah.
in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that last kill with Leguizamo is his fatality.
Yeah.
Chimney kill.
What did I watch?
What'd you watch this week,
Michael,
Michael?
what did you watch, Michael?
Okay, I'll give you a choice.
Oh, we're out of time.
I've seen Napoleon and I've seen The Killer. And
I
have,
loved The Killer.
I love the
Yeah,
killer too.
Killer
We
was-
can talk about that since we've all.
Okay, yeah.
Actually,
like,
I want to hear you talk about Napoleon.
Shut up.
okay, fine.
Well,
I like
I'm
that
very
more.
intrigued by
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
talking-
Let me tell you all about something you haven't seen, and you shouldn't see either. I love Ridley. I got to preface this.
Was
I
it
don't-
Ridley Scott who did it?
Yeah.
Ridley Scott. Yeah, it's-
His last two movies.
Odd.
Generals gather.
It's, you know what it is? He's old and he's like, I don't give a fuck what I'm
You know,
like.
you-
I'm gonna
they
do.
can see it. They can see it on the.
They
yeah,
can see it.
Yeah, he angled that camera down.
I lifted up my leg too, that you can.
He's doing whatever anyone told him he wasn't allowed to. He's like, I'm gonna do it
Well,
now.
Yeah.
he's really showing
Exactly.
he's really showing his English and his disdain for the
French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now-
what the fuck, Michael? How are you gonna have a whole movie that takes place in France and there's not a lick of goddamn French in the movie?
Or how about
And an American
How-
is Napoleon.
You sound like you're from London.
like, guys, it's so jarring. Okay,
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
do
heard
you
in my
remember
life.
how we all didn't know what The Martian was going to be unless you read the book?
Right.
And then
Yeah.
you found out it was a comedy and it was fun.
yeah.
That's what this tries to be while
The Martian
launching
was good.
cannonballs across the screen. Like
They try
it-
to be funny?
It is.
I heard it's a bit set.
Okay,
It's trying to be like a
the
satire.
sound
Satire.
the soundtrack alone is comical, like funny, like
I just
buoyancy.
imagine Benny Hill.
Benny Hill if it was French, right?
Yeah.
Very jazzy, upbeat songs with a French singer.
Stupid.
The whole movie, yeah. I'm not kidding. The whole
So
A lot of
fucking-
symbols.
hang on, guys.
Fuck.
The whole movie is him getting fatter and him being a baby and him requiring Josephine to give her uttermost allegiance to him. Like, there's a scene where he's like, "You should love me for everything I've ever done for you. You should tell me how much I mean to you." Like,
Yeah.
it is an what's up?
Martin has a question.
Question, Mike, from Martin Navarro, Vancouver, BC.
Long-time
glad to
listener.
be here. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Was he a fat baby?
No,
Probably.
Maybe, I don't know, but it is
10 pounds, 3 ounces.
It is a journey into Ridley Scott's version of a fat, angry little rich boy who wanted to be a general. Like, it's
And then
it's,
King.
and there's a 4-hour cut of this apparently coming to
Yeah.
Apple, which
Who
is insane.
asked for
But
that?
that's Ridley's standard
This
now.
was
is like
this was 2
Just
hours.
make
and
alien movies.
I kept looking over at Aaron and just laughing. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching, man?
I'm
Like,
surprised he didn't walk out.
are the battle scenes?
I
at
couldn't.
least-
Michael
okay.
never walks out
Are
of
the
a
battle
movie.
scenes at least engaging?
the
Like, are they
battle
at least-
scenes are amazing.
Okay, so
And
there's at least
there's a-
something.
If you want to
Takes me
watch
3 minutes to load my musket.
and like they do that, they really do play on that. But the cannonball setups, because he was big in artillery.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
where he came
Yeah, that
up,
was his
right?
thing.
So like, there's a
The
scene.
water slide.
There's this. Well, and like all I could think of was like Ziggy Piggy, Ziggy Piggy. Like Bill and Ted just kept popping
Yeah,
in my head
totally.
because that's always been
That
my
was
Napoleon.
the best version of
Yeah.
Napoleon
Right?
we've ever gotten.
When he's like burping after the
It's
ice
not even
cream.
close.
Somebody from Screen Rant wrote a great article after the Napoleon movie came out that Bill and Ted actually, till this day, have had the best depiction of Napoleon.
It's the most
in
accurate one.
cinema. So, anyways,
So-
it's
I don't think it's going to work, man.
The cannonball stuff is great. There's a whole sequence that's very Game of Thrones where he's launching cannonballs into ships in this harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns the weapons on them. Actually, during the French Revolution, when they were all fighting back for like fair wages and
Way of
The right
life.
to not be
Beheading
French
the
anymore.
rich.
yeah,
A real way
Well,
of
okay.
life.
Let them eat cake.
he shoots cannonballs directly at French people, like at his own people.
Yeah.
And they're just like running towards him, and he just moves out of the way, and there's like 20 cannons, and they all just like rip off the legs of humans.
Wow.
The movie opens with, here's what's weird about it. The movie opens with Marie Antoinette being beheaded.
Lovely.
That's the start of
Wow.
it, right? And it's
That's
actually a front shot of the guillotine coming down.
Wow, that's an interesting way to start the movie.
And the head sliding off the blade to the left out of frame, and then a guy walking around
holding the head up.
holding the head up and like people throwing more fruit at it.
It was
and
the
more-
best of times.
Yeah.
It was the worst of times.
Like
It was the blurst of time.
But so that's your starting point.
Wow.
And there's this funny French jazz song playing in the background. Like it,
Skip bap, skiddly bap.
there's a point where it's raining and it's at Waterloo, and they can't attack on the not Ontario.
Did they have ABBA in the soundtrack?
Don't tell
No, they
me
did not.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to be like, and they play Waterloo.
Waterloo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But what they do is they try to make a joke, and someone comes over and they're like, Napoleon, sir, like what would you like us to do? And he's like, how about make it stop raining? And then they just cut, and I'm like, they were trying. It is a trying to be funny moment,
Right.
set where there is nothing else funny happening, and it's just, these moments are littered throughout the film.
It's just who's
I
this
do-
for?
I don't know. It's for Ridley Scott to shit on the French.
I
It's
do
not
think you're-
for,
I do like that.
I think you are right though, because I heard more about like his press for this movie was more exciting than it seems the movie was. I don't know if you saw,
Absolutely.
but
the
like,
trailer
did you
was
guys
more
see what he
exciting
was-
than the movie.
What he was saying, like the French were angry with how he was depicting the French, and then his comments were like, "The French hate the French." He literally
know
said
what,
that
though?
and walked away from the interview, and I'm like, "Yeah, he's 80 years old. Like, why are people even engaging with this man?"
and the French
Like,
do hate themselves.
Yeah,
this
they
movie
do.
didn't. This movie didn't do that bad in Europe, though. It did.
No, I
worse
heard. I
here.
heard.
That's
I
funny.
heard it did bad here, great there.
So like,
Yeah.
Well, because it was actually in French there.
guys, it's so hard. Like,
Like that's
French
just so
French dub.
stupid.
French dub.
Yeah, the French
the
dub.
French dub in the French cinema.
Well, remember we were
done by
talking.
Quebec fucking voice actors.
We were talking
so
about
mad.
this. We were talking about this with Valkyrie.
that was my point.
Yeah. Same
idea.
So in Valkyrie, but they start off
Still
in German.
stupid.
And then you as
Still dumb, but-
it is German until it's not, and they're
Yeah, he's like,
But at
Faja.
least they tried,
Yeah.
right? At least
Yeah.
they tried to leak it from German to English, where you can be like, "Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense."
none of this. Like first time you meet Napoleon, when
It's
he
like,
runs,
"Howdy, y'all."
he runs into battle.
So he doesn't even have a French accent.
No!
It's just Joaquin
just Joaquin
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
He has
Yeah.
like the Frenchest accent someone from Boston, Massachusetts has. Like
See, and it's
20
kind of
miles outside of
insane,
Boston.
this guy won
Yeah.
an Oscar for playing Joker, and he's like laughing uncontrollably and doing this weird dance. And then when it's like, hey, you need to play a French guy, a real guy, he's like,
I'm gonna play it
okay, I
straight."
got it. Well, howdy, y'all. And it's like, what the fuck?
No,
What
Joaquin,
is
that's not
this?
quite what we're looking for.
It's so
That's bizarre. But clearly Ridley was okay with it.
Yep, you just do
And-
whatever.
but
you
I
want.
mean,
Yeah.
I can't not pay respects to Vanessa Kirby. Like she is
I hear,
amazing
I hear
as Josephine.
I heard she was incredible, yeah.
And like they go through the entire like early career, then rising the ranks, then banished to Elba, then back from Elba, then Waterloo, then banished to South Africa.
I thought you said ABBA wasn't in this.
No,
Jessica Alba.
Elba, the island of Elba.
Idris. I'm Idris.
Look at us.
Can I also say I hope Vanessa Kirby is going to be
Oh, you want
Nominated
Mrs.
and-
Fantastic?
Mrs.
I would
Fantastic.
really love if she is.
I loved her in Mission Impossible.
She's great in it.
And
Do you think-
And she's such a babe too.
as M's
Yep.
daughter too.
Yeah,
in Mission
that's what I'm
Impossible.
saying.
That
Good
was,
casting.
yeah.
That was a nice throwback to
And
that.
also, what's it called? I think she would work really well with. Oh no, it's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
they would do well together.
Ooh, no.
interesting.
No,
Okay.
I love Pedro, but I do not. This is a very odd one. Sorry, we're
Michael,
gonna
do you
sidetrack,
think-
but this is
gonna
an odd
give you. I'm gonna give
How
you.
many Marie
many
Antoinette
Josephines?
heads do you give us out of 10?
one. Yeah,
Perfect.
How many, yeah. How many Kirsten Dunst, Mary Antoinette heads do you see?
I don't want to say it's not bad. It's just not what I expected. 6.
Okay, that's too much, I think.
Oh,
That's
is it
too
Kirsten
much.
Dunst, by the way, playing Mary Antoinette right at the beginning?
no,
That would be so
hilarious.
funny.
No.
Do you think, Michael, that this will be up for any awards?
Best
or-
costume, best set
Do
design.
you think like sound editing? Like
No,
one of
because
those?
Christopher Nolan will win for Oppenheimer.
Oh
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Also, no French, so it doesn't really sound.
Well,
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you don't think it's going to be up for Best Picture?
I don't think. No.
No.
I don't like
hope
his
not.
Ridley Scott's last movie.
What was his
either.
last one?
The Last Duel.
That was fucking shit as well.
Oh, I
But
haven't
that-
seen
I don't
that
need
yet.
to. I don't
That-
need to see the
but
same
you know
rape
what,
3
though?
times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Oh
don't need
yeah,
that.
that was
I don't
what
need
you
to
guys,
see that.
I haven't seen that yet, but
Stupid.
you guys told me
It's a
about
piece
that.
of
And I was
shit.
like,
He needs to stick to sci-fi.
but you know what though? I
Stick to
wasn't a
sci-fi.
huge fan of his last Alien movie either that he did.
Covenant?
Was that which one was
No,
the one?
that one's not.
There's,
him.
With Danny McBride?
Yeah, I liked
I like-
Covenant.
I didn't mind that one.
I like. There's Prometheus.
my beef with
Prometheus
that one.
and Alien Covenant are the ones.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. It wasn't
the
like it was
Alien
good.
Covenant. What beefed me with that was it wasn't an Alien movie until the last 30
Until
minutes.
the
Yeah.
end.
And then they
Yeah.
were like, it's
It's-
Alien 1, where they're literally on a fucking ship trying to kick off an alien, right?
Yeah.
Like, But again, when it got to that part, I was like,
Oh, great.
cool.
Yeah.
Too late.
But like, wow, 2 hours for this? Come on.
See,
was,
he was
uh,
expecting Napoleon to be that habile, but it never happened. Same
I
thing
was
with the last
waiting-
two. I'm like, when is this gonna be cool?
I was waiting for
No.
a fucking xenomorph in Napoleon. I don't know why it didn't show up.
Yeah. They're xenomorphs now.
At
He's
least-
like,
at least-
cannon.
Like Ridley Scott should not be allowed to make a movie unless it's like past 2025, 2036, whatever.
It
You
has
know
to
what I
be
mean? Future
so
movie.
far
If
into
his
the future.
motivation is
Yeah.
to just shit on the French, he could have done so many better. Like,
I like that rule though, Martin. It's the same rule we made for Michael Bay, where he's not allowed to direct anything but Transformers movies until one does well. And
Or
one
it
doesn't.
has to have like Michael Bay has to have like 75% explosions
Hey, man,
in the movie.
exactly.
did you see Pain and Gain?
I have.
I
seen
enjoyed
it.
That's
that.
a good.
That's a good movie.
Right.
Okay, you got
That's
me there.
It's a sleeper
That's
hit
a good
because it's
movie.
one of those ones where like
Yeah,
no
okay.
one
God
knew what
damn
to
it.
think with that. But
I don't
So-
even consider that a Michael Bay movie.
yeah, I know it's.
It has none of his Michael Bays. It's got-
I think it does
There's no
one
Bay-
pass.
there's no
is there a
Bay.
helicopter?
There's a helicopter, and when
But
they're
there is-
chasing him in the beginning,
There's also a below the like a
Yeah.
ground up shot.
there's a bad boy shot.
There's a
Okay.
bad. That, thank
Yeah,
you,
there's
the
a
bad
bad
boy.
boy.
Fine, all
As
right.
long as there's explosions.
And it's like it's a panning shot from an explosion where
And
the
you
bad
do
boys
hear,
both stand up.
to the Rock. Put the cube in my chest.
Sam, Sam, put the cube in my chest. Wrong movie, Rock.
Can you spot me while I put the cube in my chest?
I just gotta get a pump, Sam.
One more for the cube, Sam. One more for the cube. Jimmy, what'd you watch this week?
I've been watching a bit of a classic. They just put it on Amazon Prime. They just put a whole bunch of old Cartoon Network stuff on
Really?
Amazon Prime. So I've
Napoleon
been watching
Dynamite.
I've been watching Napoleon Dynamite. I've been watching Batman Beyond again. Holy fuck!
one.
So many good voices.
It's Kevin Conroy. It's
Yeah.
Will Friedle who does
Yeah.
Terry McGinnis
Yeah.
from fucking Boy Meets World. Do you guys know that?
No.
Isn't that insane? And he does such a great job. And my thing is, I will take a massive bong rip and then I'll watch an episode of Batman Beyond and I will be hyper focused on it. I'm like, this is the best dialogue I've ever heard. It's so good. And I love the fucking opening to it too, where it's like, wicka, wicka, wah, wah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they do that whole techno shit. And
Because
it's
it's
like,
the future.
yeah, it's future Batman and honor and greed and
Yeah, like old man Bruce Wayne.
old man Bruce Wayne.
Or
And
Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne.
it
Yeah,
might
that
as well
was
be.
Michael Keaton
It
Bruce
might
Wayne.
as
That
well
was.
be.
That
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just like I don't remember. I never was able to watch it episodically. Is that the word? Week
Yeah.
to week.
Yeah.
So I've only ever seen like one episode
sequence.
at a time in sequence. Thank you. And now that I'm able to watch it back to back and I can understand the story and it's linear and it makes sense,
And
I'm
it's
like, this
good.
is so good. And the
Yeah.
new villains they bring in
Yeah.
are all so awesome. I just watched the one with the royal family where they're all the king, the queen, the jack. And
Oh,
the 10.
yeah.
And he has the love interest with 10 and they're rivals because he's Batman and she's in this fucking royal family gang.
Have
Oh
you?
my
I gotta go
God.
check this out. Like I didn't know this dump happened.
It's just
Oh,
put
it's
it
so
on his
good. It's
background
really good.
stuff.
Have
Just
you
put it on his
gotten it-
background noise and it's so good.
Have you gotten have you seen any of the major like Joker sprinkling at all? Yes.
Well, they have the Joker gang.
Yes,
But I'm waiting
yes.
for the episode where he comes back.
It's so good.
Well, and there's the one
It's
where they
so
do like
good.
the crossover with the Justice League animated series where they all
Yes.
come to the future and Batman meets Batman.
Yeah,
and it's,
man.
I'm just so excited.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I think a big part of what that show was like the creative team from the animated Batman.
Yeah.
The 90s one, right?
Yeah.
That's the one.
They were bleeding into that because the idea was when that one ended, Batman Beyond would continue it, kind of thing.
I think that's exactly what it's supposed to be.
I think
It's
that's
like the cartoon came out a few years after
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
actual show ended.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah.
think the idea is that he is that Batman.
And Bruce, like a really nice touch, is Bruce is the one that still has the old true animation from the 90s one. He's still drawn very much how it was in the 90s, whereas everybody else has this like filter of like digital animation, right? Kind of thing. So
The last episode I watched with the royal family, and Terry has the love interest with the villain, and at the end he's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry about how he behaved. He's just apologizing to Batman." And he's like, did this kind of thing ever happen to you? And Batman turns, he's like, "Let me tell you about Selena Kyle."
yeah.
I live for that shit.
I've
Yeah.
been gaslit
I
more
live
than
for
you
that.
know, sir.
Yeah, let me tell you about
Exactly.
this devil woman, Selena Kyle.
She has my heart and my balls.
My only issue with the show is I don't think it ever mentioned what happened to like the Robins.
one of them died. That's why he
Yeah.
never took
Jason
that's-
Todd died.
That's why he never takes another Robin after that.
Right, but where's
He keeps
Dick?
killing
'Cause
young men.
Dick
for
would
so
be in
much.
what, his 60s, his 50s.
lonely
if I'm
old
not-
man.
Because Barbara takes over as chief of police.
I think they might,
They might.
and
I just can't
believe
remember,
it
so
has-
maybe I'm totally wrong.
I think it has to do with the Joker storyline.
Okay.
I think.
Because I'm like, where's because if it stopped when Jason Todd died and there's no Tim Drake, but I still want to know what happened to
Dick
To
Grayson?
Dick. Yeah, what happened to Dick? Because
He
they have the
becomes
they have the
Night-
Nightwing
He
suit,
becomes Nightwing.
so he
I don't know
must.
if
I
he-
assume he retired,
Maybe.
but he's probably in his 50s, 40s.
He's hiding in the tropics, enjoying
I'm
a
the
life
head
of
Wayne
peace.
accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love the
He's
main
working
villain.
from home.
I love the main villain, Powers, and
Oh,
his
yeah.
fucking radioactivity. He just looks
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think they also
cool.
bring.
Cool villain designs.
I think they bring a variation of Bane back.
Yeah,
I
well,
believe.
so these guys are getting hopped up on Venom. It's like a nicotine patch they put on their
That's
skin.
right,
And they
yes.
think that it's Bane supplying them, but he goes to visit Bane, and Bane's just this old fucking guy sitting in a hospital bed because he can't move anymore.
That's right.
And he's like, what happened to him? He's like, years and years of being on Venom
That's-
just destroyed his body.
That's right. He's like a junkie body.
Yeah,
basically.
and they're like, well, that was
yeah.
a dead end, and they got to figure out where it was coming from. And the show is just, it's art.
That's dope.
It's
That's
just
so
and
sick.
it made
If we're not playing
watching
video
it-
games after this, I'm going to sit down and watch this.
watching
They
this,
made a Batman Beyond video game too. That's really good too.
but watching this just made me so sad that they canceled that fucking movie. Did
Yeah.
you guys know they were going to do a live action
yeah,
Batman?
Yeah, they were.
well,
Yeah.
Conroy
Yeah, I
died,
remember that.
and
They canceled it.
yeah, who's gonna pick up? Who's gonna voice if it's not
But
Conroy?
that's
And
the movie
wa- and
everyone would see. Like,
Hamill's also putting down Joker too.
Yeah,
I
he's,
read. Like
he's officially retired.
if
as,
Conroy's not there, he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
How do you like? Shauna's dad used to be in a band.
Oh,
Allergies.
Yeah, kitten. Shauna's dad used to be in a band, and Jimmy, I think his name was Jimmy. He got into a trucking accident, died, and Al has never picked up the guitar ever again.
I like.
sad.
I,
I don't
get
know
it.
how Hamill
I
can
get
pick
it.
up and
But
be
it's
Joker.
understandable.
Yeah,
don't-
like, I get it.
You
I
don't
totally get it.
have what brings out the best in you, bringing out the best
But
in you.
so who's been doing Batman lately? I've noticed is Jensen Ackles.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
is
saw
that,
some
is that
shit about
Soldier
that.
Boy? That's
and
Soldier
that's
Boy.
Soldier Boy,
From-
and he's been
okay.
doing so well.
Yeah.
like no, I have heard
People
no
are petitioning
complaints.
for him to take over for Kevin. I heard.
Fuck man,
Yeah.
and he should. They should just let him be live action Batman
So,
too.
Funny enough, I didn't mention it, but I watched Merry Little Batman, which was like
How
that
was
animated.
it?
It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
cute. It's very much for kids, but it's so fun. It's so much fun. It's totally worth a watch. Cricket from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
He's Joker, and he's a
Oh.
great Joker. But yeah, what I was saying is this might give an opportunity then for a new legacy because
That's right.
I love Mark Hamill as Joker. He'll always be Joker for me.
But he's not going to be
but-
around forever.
Right. And yeah, well, they could be like, with AI, we could keep him blah,
But
blah,
I
blah.
don't. Nobody wants that.
No, and like, why not have another Mark Hamill and keep that tradition going of having someone that
Let Mark
you're-
Hamill pick.
That's what I'm saying, totally. Like,
'Cause if he
audition for
picks,
Hamill.
then there can
Yeah.
be no complaints.
I like that. I like.
Yeah.
You know what? I like a reality show for this.
That's hilarious.
A voice.
the voice, but like a legit interesting version of
That's
the
a
voice.
good pitch because that's never been done before.
No, it
Yeah.
hasn't.
Looking for America's next big voice actor.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I guess you know what they do? They don't have voice actors anymore. They just give it to fucking actors.
Yeah.
And they've totally ruined the voice acting industry by just giving actors these roles. As I say, Jensen Ackles was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'll
that's part of
contradict
it.
myself
You're-
in the
you're
same
torn, I
sentence,
get it.
But yeah, I just, cast
How-
voice actors. It's like, it's a little off topic, but Robert Pattinson in Boy and the Heron does a fucking voice. He's voice acting. He's not just Robert Pattinson as the Heron. He's doing a voice.
and that's
Yeah.
the difference.
That's the difference, Michael.
Yeah.
That's the exact difference.
It's not.
if
I
you're
want.
going to be an actor and you're doing voice acting, you're doing a voice. You're not doing yourself.
I want
Well,
the guy from Twilight's voice. No, you want the guy who could do a voice from Twilight.
Exactly.
And that's like, David Hornsby. That's who I was looking up. Is the guy who does Joker and Merry Little Batman.
Yeah.
He's doing like a Joker, and he has a good laugh. But again, it is for kids, so part of his Joker is having that
Yeah.
kiddish element. But it's good. But what was funny is it's getting me now thinking of like, man, like we got to get a new
Well,
voice actor that's going to be like our Joker for the next like 30
Barry-
years.
Get me in front of a studio.
I can
I'll
never
pitch
say
this
his
show.
last name. I can never pronounce his last. Barry Keoghan.
Keegan.
Oh.
Keegan.
Barry Keoghan.
He hinted that he might be back for Batman too. He didn't say no, and he was like, "Boy, wouldn't that be cool?"
Well,
So
The
He did his
story-
own makake for that.
I know he did.
That's-
Did you see his his audition tape that he sent in?
Yes.
Because he was like, "Hey, I'll just send this in, and if you guys like it, great. If you don't even talk to me."
so the big theory, and I know Nolan originally wanted to do this with Heath, and obviously it didn't work out.
Heathcliff.
But it
Why didn't it work out?
with the Batman.
Why didn't it work out, Charles?
Why didn't it work out?
Oh,
What
he
happened?
went to sleep.
What happened?
He was
took-
actually
he took-
doing Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, so
Yeah,
he
they
was
got
busy.
he got taken over the role, and they haven't found him. But for the Batman, I heard the theory is that because, especially starting it with year 2 of Batman, they're building up to an Arkham outbreak
Exciting.
led by Joker. That's why the ending 2 does a very good job of like,
It's going to be Mr.
what is the
Freeze.
blah 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 blah? Like he tells a riddle to Riddler, and Riddler says friend, and then he's like, "That's
Right.
right," because Joker's already planting seeds. And the deleted scene they released, which I hated that they took out of the movie, where Batman's
Is
interviewing
asking him questions.
Yeah.
It's very...
and Joker even
It's
says, he's like,
Mindhunter.
"Is it? Yeah." And he's like, "Is it really the anniversary of the night that we met?" And he's like, really doing all of that.
And I don't even need to see how they met.
Yeah,
I just need to hear
yeah.
that, and I'm in.
But yeah, so I heard because now they've announced that the Batman is called the Batman Part 2. So it's definitely Matt Reeves making an effort to be like, this is an ongoing story arc. And now
Yep.
that he's thrown in Joker, you can't help but think this is going to be building up to,
Joker and Batman.
Yeah.
for sure.
Because that's where it always goes.
And why not? All the games, all the fucking animated TV shows
Everything
have
leads
done
up to that.
an outbreak with Arkham or an Arkham Assault. Why not do it live action? Why not?
Why
Listen, if you're out there and you have any control in this, Charles won't come for you if you do it for him.
not? Well, and I'm just excited to see who else is in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see who
Yeah.
else is in this universe.
That's what I mean, right?
Is Killer Croc?
totally.
Let's bring it back to Batman Beyond. How many Kevins?
How many Kevin Conroys? Man, this, it's a 9 for me. It's just such a good show, and it's made for kids, but everybody can fucking enjoy this.
Sweet.
It's really for everyone.
It's like the 90s one. It says it's for kids, but
Yeah.
it's really not.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it's really not. It's really for more like when you're an adult and you're like, yeah.
They put all of that on Prime, like the Batman animated series, Justice
Sweet,
League.
because I've been waiting for a new dump of shit to come on to Prime recently.
Me too.
Like Candy Cane Lane was not enough. I'm sorry.
Candy Cane Lane
if you
also
came here-
sucked.
If you came here this week talking about
Skipping it.
Candy Cane
Skipping
Lane,
it.
we were going to
Sucks.
beat you to death.
Yeah.
However,
no.
I don't know if you saw, but the new Beverly Hills trailer got me a little excited.
Hey.
I'm excited to see
Did
him.
did you see the scene when they're in the Redlands locker room?
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw
boy.
Judge's
Detroit.
stack. Judge's stack.
We're in
there.
Detroit, baby. We're back.
But no, I will say I'm excited to see him
What
in
up,
that role
though?
more than a fucking Candy Cane Lane.
I
Candy Cane
just
Lane
need
sucks.
someone holding a banana or standing next to a tailpipe,
I'm
and
glad
my
he's
world
acting
will be better.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's acting again.
yeah. I
Hey, George Clooney with the codpiece. What time is it?
It's huge
is
codpiece.
huge codpiece time. Debates. Boom, debate time.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Goldstein, give me a fat beat to beat my buddy's ass.
I know what kind of guy you were. I never would have agreed to work for you.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite? What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. Would you repeat it?
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
It's time for Secret Santa. We've got 4 of us in the room, so one of us is going to be a judge, which means that's Charles this week. So Charles is going to be able to crown a winner. Don't feel that you need to crown the person who's never in the room all the time the winner, okay? Just don't feel because Martin's here, it's some sort of special occasion. Make the fucker work for it is what I'm saying.
I work for it every fucking episode.
Vote with integrity, Charles.
Yeah.
To be honest with you guys, it's going to take a lot, but the crowd really, it's going to me. So
It's true.
I still think we should make a shirt that's like the Obama-style campaign poster, but it's Martin and it says "Vote with integrity."
Done. Send me the image you want on it. I'll do that tonight.
great.
I'd
It's
buy that shirt.
color shading. It's like
We do need.
Exactly.
There's some like that. We need an avant-garde shirt. We need a to scale shirt. Like we
This
need.
shirt is avant-garde.
Yes, exactly. This is exactly what it is.
This shirt is to scale.
So
The shirt is to scale.
That's it. That's the shirt.
That's
the
a
shirt is
great
to scale.
one.
That's perfect.
It's good branding.
So Charles is going to start us off, and we all made a decision. We were going to pick our favorite, one of our favorite movies of the year to do this
Or TV
on.
shows.
Or
Yeah.
TV shows. Yeah, exactly. Something that we like this year instead of going deep into the fucking recesses of our catalogs. Charles, why don't you start this off? Give us why.
So I went with Barbie as the movie that I picked.
I've heard about this movie.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Yeah.
It's been sweeping the nation, guys.
Yeah, what
Believe
did-
it or not, it started with a toy.
I heard Ben Shapiro didn't like it.
Yeah.
No, so I went with Barbie.
And anybody
Barbie,
who
one
watches
of the-
Zack Snyder movies.
That was a great. I love that scene too, and she gets reprogrammed or whatever. And
So
she's
this independent movie called Barbie. That
yeah, it was a very small, low budget.
It's an
movie.
A24.
I think it was made with an iPhone. It's
Premiered at TIFF.
yeah,
Premiered at TIFF.
yeah.
Late night at TIFF.
But yeah, I went with
Shelley.
I went with Barbie.
As one does. Like, I'm wearing a Knuff shirt this week.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I love that you're wearing that. That's beautiful.
I wore
by the
that
way.
for you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know if I am Knuff, but I did it for you.
Oh, you're
Of course
Knuff.
you are.
You're Knuff.
You are.
You're almost Barbie, Mike. So
Shit.
Mike found out the patriarchy was mostly not about horses, and he
Yeah.
just lost
Yeah, he was
interest.
like,
And I have flat
what am I
feet,
doing?
so I mean, I'm sorry. Go on. You shop.
no, I love it. This is perfect.
Okay.
This is great.
All right.
Yeah, well, Barbie's also tough because, like, what do you get?
The girl who has everything.
Everything,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
So I did get Barbie something, but I looked at some of the others that
Need a gift.
need a
Yeah,
gift
yeah,
more,
yeah.
say, than Barbie does.
Perhaps Alan.
So funny that you mentioned Alan. Yeah, I got a gift for Alan.
What'd you get Alan?
So what I got Alan is I got him his own line of wardrobe that only fits him.
Wow.
Only
It doesn't fit
fits
Ken.
him. It doesn't fit Ken.
You made
what a
him
lot
unique?
of people don't know is that
fit.
one of Alan's legs is shorter than the other, whereas Ken's are perfect.
Yeah, well, everything.
So
is, yeah.
on all the items of clothing, the arm is a
Ken's
little
balls
bit shorter.
hang
So
perfectly together
They
too.
do.
Like they're.
so nothing fits this whole line of clothing for Alan. It only fits Alan. It does not fit Ken. It doesn't fit Barbie. It just fits Alan.
That's so special.
So
That's really.
I think
sweet.
he'd really appreciate that.
yeah. He's finally got something, and it might explain why there's just Alan.
There's no copies of Alan.
Alan is
Yeah, I've been wondering about
Yeah,
that.
I've been wondering about that.
Breaks the fourth wall.
questionable. I that's what I call Alan.
What did I? Oh, okay. So my next gift was for Midge.
Yes.
Pregnancy Midge?
Pregnancy Midge.
Ah, I thought we got rid of you.
Yeah. Ah, God.
Midge.
And she doesn't do anything. She's just there.
What'd you get Pregnancy Midge?
So what I got Pregnancy Midge is we've upgraded her to now gender reveal party Midge.
No.
So she's had the baby, and it's or she's close to now having
the baby. We're
Yeah.
not going to tell anybody what
She's-
the baby is.
She's now closer to having the baby than ever, and now
2 weeks
she's
out.
gender reveal
Yeah.
party Midge. So
Interesting.
yeah, she'll be popular for a couple of weeks.
I
Again,
think one of
and
us
then we'll
really
lock it
truly
back
hates
up.
gender reveal parties.
I
Is
think
that-
we all do.
Yeah, I think we're all big fucking. Yeah.
No, a true gift for Midge is that she gets to be just Midge, and Midge will have a new line where it'll be Barbie's best friend Midge. So
Okay.
maybe she might have a chance at having a name for herself
She can stand
rather
out.
than scary,
Pregnancy Midge.
yeah, mistake pregnancy doll, creepy Midge.
Drunken weekend Mitch.
Single mom Midge.
Single.
I got so Barbie. I was trying to think, and the one thing that I kind of could see that I don't think Barbie really has is I thought, why not have like superhero Barbie, where
I don't think she's actually. Well, has been.
I don't know.
I can't speak on this. Has there been a superhero Barbie?
I don't think there has.
I don't
been.
think
I
there
don't
has.
know. Well, we could have all. I
No,
did
there
not
has
do
been.
research.
Scarlet Witch.
But I thought superhero Barbie, she gets to have her own little role, whatever. I thought of it as literally like Superman, but Super B, and he's Super Barbie, and
Super
she's
bitch.
just what it,
Isn't that what Nicki Minaj refers to
Hopefully
herself
not.
as? Super B.
but yeah, I don't know, like superhero Barbie, whatever that could be, and that could just be a fun little gift for Barbie. I don't even know if she wants to be a superhero, but if she does, we
She already is.
have touche. Not all superheroes wear capes.
Not all.
America
Yeah.
Ferrera for the real Captain America.
Oh,
No
and then
kidding. Please.
for Simu Liu, Ken, and Ryan Gosling, Ken, The gift I got for the world is that they're starring in the next reboot Lethal Weapon together.
Fine.
And that's the gift for the world this Christmas is, yeah.
Simu Liu and Ryan Gosling as
We've
Ken,
solved
but
the
as
Lethal
Briggs
Weapon
and-
issue. They keep trying to bring fucking Danny Glover and Mel Gibson
He's too
back.
old
and
for
like,
that shit.
He's
Yeah,
already retired 5 times.
He's officially too old for the shit. So I say switch it up completely and just go
Why don't they
follow
go-
a new partnership and get Gosling and Simu Liu, and they don't like each other. at
They
the
do that as
beginning,
if they
so-
don't have Donald Glover. He's doing Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You're telling me he couldn't do Lethal Weapon?
No
well, I
shit.
guess that's Mr. That's his Mr. and Mrs. That's his Lethal Weapon is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So
I like what you did for Barbie. Maybe some sort of douchebaggy gender reveal action figure for Midge, like being shot out of a cannon or something. You know, like whenever you see those YouTube like birth reveals gone wrong, where they light the house on fire. You know, like
it comes with the dad who's
here's
on
what I
fire
want.
from mis.
I'll tell you what I'm looking for.
packaging this stupid.
I'm looking for elephant toothpaste with Midge's birth reveal, and the color of the elephant toothpaste is the color of the sex, right? That's
nice.
Yeah,
I
you
like
know, gentlemen.
I like Lethal Weapon. Give me that shit.
Back to back, baby.
Give me that shit.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That would have gotten my vote. Unless
Rick-
these guys come up with something better, that would have gotten my vote.
Riggs and Murtaugh, but it's Lou and Gosling.
And they could be Lou and Gosling. I'm okay with that.
As themselves.
I'm Simon Gosling and I'm Ryan Lou. You can do that.
I want Lethal Weapon with Lou Ferrigno and Ted Raimi.
Lou
Does that
Ferrigno's
just
the
look nice
captain.
in person?
Lou Ferrigno's the captain, and he's the one that keeps saying, "I'm getting too old for this shit." We'll switch it up. We'll switch it. Give me your gun and badge. You're a loose cannon.
shit.
I love it. I love the idea for Alan, but I think what he needs is a friend.
I thought about a dog.
Not a friend, dog.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things. It was like a dog that like only is for Alan, and it's Alan's dog. And
Love his own wardrobe. I think another Alan.
yeah.
Needed a friend.
You should have cloned him.
Yep. The Alan clone.
Mini Al.
Alan's
Mini Alan.
Mini Al.
Alan's
And-
accessories,
It'll
another
be like
Alan.
when Melhouse finds Melhouse in Shelbyville. This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
That's right. That's right.
He's exactly
such-
like you in every way,
Oh
just
my God.
1/8 your size.
All right, so Charles,
With a
as I
cool
promised
glass
you,
of
I said
turnip
you
juice.
are you. It's like Survivor. You have immunity. You're free from losing,
Right.
and you get to pick the winner this week.
Cool.
So you're gonna now open the floor. Say, I open the floor.
I now open the floor.
Perfect.
Floor
Thank
is
you. That
open.
was so not cute. Would you like me to go next?
I win.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can go next.
All right. Thanks. Thanks
Don't just let him.
So, I am your yin to your yang. Maybe in this, I am your
Oh,
big to your
yeah.
little brother. Because
What'd you
they're-
fucking pick?
I went with Oppenheimer.
God
so
damn
we've
it.
got
You're the Heimer to my Barb.
you're the Oppen to my Arby, whatever the hell that is.
I hate you.
This guy doesn't like women.
Got him. It's over. Cue the music.
Well, maybe I can.
Yeah,
can
what happened to Florence Pugh in that whole?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna make some changes for these characters because they really
okay.
got the run of this.
What do you get the man who has everything?
You mean Oppie? The guy.
Hydrogen bomb.
Yeah.
Regret.
Remorse.
A time machine.
Empathy.
You can go back to Einstein and have a different
You're
conversation.
just gonna give him feelings.
No. Okay. So
About your science.
it is a depressing movie. It's 3 hours of like a lot of world changing events and
Of oops.
Whoops. We almost lit that atmosphere on fire. Near zero chances of that happening. So watching Oppie, you watch that he really has a lot of guilt and regret, right?
Yeah.
Like up until they blow up. Actually, up until they take away his bombs and then they leave him. Remember when they take away the bombs and then it's like, I'll tell you if I can
Oh,
tell
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And they leave him standing there at Los Alamos like I did all this work for nothing. So I got him a year membership to BetterHelp.com.
Nice.
Like, that man needs to talk to somebody. He got kangaroo courted. I mean, like, just have a and like you can switch therapists if this guy doesn't understand molecular, physics. You can move to someone who might. Like, you need to have a once a week. Get it off your chest. I'm sorry.
I thought this was
Japan.
your way of telling us that we were now sponsored by BetterHelp.
Well, it's funny is that I'm like, oh my god, that's actual
Luminosity.
Yeah, like I've only seen the
The
website
Blue
ads
Chew
for
rock
it,
hard
but
bone of
after
the
looking
week.
it up, I was like, oh, this is a podcast ad too. So we are not sponsored by BetterHelp.com, but
Still Blue
BetterHelp if you're listening. So yeah, Oppie gets therapy is what Oppie gets, and then I thought
That's a good gift.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's needed.
Right?
Needs it.
Like
It's not like it might not be what he wants, but it's what he needs.
Gene Tetlock, Florence
Socks.
Pugh's
Einstein is his first consultant, actually.
right? He's the only one who understands how I think.
They both have that same look of like, we fucked up.
We split the atom. Shit.
Uh-oh.
Can't go back on that one. So yeah, so that's what. Then I thought about the women in Oppie's world.
Oh,
His wife.
suddenly he cares about the women.
Give it to the man first, I guess.
So
He can still dig himself.
I think it's
Yes.
I think it's Kathleen Oppenheimer or Kathy Oppenheimer. I can't remember her name.
He doesn't
even remember the
name.
I can bring it up, but I don't want to.
It's fine.
I
Go
don't want
ahead.
to ruin the cameras. They're working perfectly right now. So for Oppie's wife,
Yeah.
I got her a lovely 6-month stay at a
Thermia.
addictions clinic.
Oh, yes.
She goes down the
That's
path
right.
of alcoholism pretty fast, having to live with a man who cheats
She
on her
needs the Betty
constantly.
Ford.
That's right.
So we're sending her to Northern California.
I just
Yeah.
don't believe that man fucks.
Well,
I just don't.
You didn't think Oppie
Science was
fucked?
sexy.
I don't think he fucked.
Science was sexy.
I know he
in the day,
fucked in
man.
the movie. I don't think he fucked.
Like the fucking was,
But he
was
did.
not autobiographical.
But my boy, he did.
We saw it. So we're gonna
Sideways.
we did in court too, which is to my next point. But anyway, so we're gonna get Oppie's wife. We're gonna send her off to a retreat. We're gonna get her a sponsor, but not before we let her have one big fucking weekend on
bender.
on the U.S. military. So the U.S. military is gonna send her and all her girlfriends out on a crazy fucking martini.
You can't go cold turkey.
No, you
You
can't.
can't go Amy Winehouse. You can't Winehouse it out.
We gotta
We're going to
send
fill you
yeah.
up before we take you away.
Exactly. Yeah. So you'll come down there as opposed
Right.
to
That's
before.
nice.
So that's
Very thoughtful.
she needs 12 steps.
All right.
So then I thought about Gene Tetlock. She's basically Oppie's side piece, right?
Yes.
And she's got some mental health issues. And
Yeah,
I thought
he did a number on her.
yeah. So I thought, she doesn't really wear clothes in this movie. Like if you guys notice that she's always naked, and she's clothes when they meet the first time, but then everything after that she's riding around, her tits are hanging out. So, I
So you got her own line of clothing.
That
no,
only fits her?
yes, her and Alan.
One's a little shorter than
Yeah, her and Alan can go shopping together. No, I got her a $5,000 gift certificate at Bloomingdale's.
Wow.
Oh.
Right.
It's
So
only
that she could-
5,000, huh?
Well, I mean that's a lot back in '47,
$1 billion
motherfucker.
in 47.
Right? So like go get yourself some nice dresses.
She can buy the store.
Like don't
could.
there was no need for her to be so naked in the movie all the time. I felt that I wasn't offended, but I was like this is not good to the plot,
It
right?
was hot in Los Alamos.
Today's Blue Chew rock hard moment of the day.
Right? Gene Tetlock riding Oppenheimer in the middle of his court like while his wife's there. Like
Yeah, that was wild.
That scene, I understand why that scene was there.
Yeah.
But she could have been clothed when they're sitting down talking in the hotel room.
Nah.
after. But no, she fucking
I
whatever.
don't know about
The
you,
naked
but my
conversations are the
naked
best.
conversations are usually pretty good when they're naked.
All right, I'm sorry
When you
to
can see
interrupt.
my full anus, that's when the conversation gets good.
I got two more guys. I got Mr. Strauss, Robert Downey Jr.'s character.
Oh, that
the guy,
devil.
the guy who fucks over Oppie, removes all of his clearance. I'm gonna get him an honorary physics degree. He wanted to be a
Wow.
physicist so fucking bad.
Did he have to fuck over what?
He had to fuck over one. He had to stand on the shoulders of Oppie. So just get him a fucking degree. Get him a piece of paper that says you're more than a shoe salesman.
You're a smart guy.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
Right. And
Mayor for the day.
And then maybe tea with Einstein because Einstein just walked right past him. Didn't
Yeah.
even want to have a conversation.
That was
with him.
great.
So we'll get like a cameo from Einstein for Strauss.
He'll give him the degree. The
Exactly.
honorary
Yeah.
degree.
There you go. And lastly, Leslie Graves, Matt Damon's character, the general.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but he built the Pentagon before he did the Manhattan Project.
I heard he built the Great Wall.
Okay. Like, I just, which one? Oh,
Great Wall.
Oh my God!
Wasn't Pedro Pascal in that
Yes,
too?
he was the Archer.
There was not an Asian person in that movie.
No, the two leads were a white guy and
And
a
the
Spanish
twist is
guy.
Tom Cruise shows up and he's like, "Last Samurai," and they're like, "What are you doing here?" Oh my God!
No, so yeah. Truth be told, Leslie Graves, Groves, whatever. He had just built the Pentagon.
That's crazy. I didn't realize
That was
Wow.
his job.
That's why he's always angry.
Right.
More sides.
Then octagons. So then from there,
Construction.
well, he was an engineer, right? So he knew how to build shit. But then from that, he went to the Manhattan Project. So for like 7 years, the man has not had a day off. So I'm sending him and his wife to Greece.
Wow.
Or some sort of European vacation. They're going to get like a 6-month leave of
code for anal?
absence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's code for anal. It's just
That's
gonna
what
be
they're gonna need.
6 months of anal. But they're going to go on a
Get that
nice
olive
long
oil.
trip. No one's going to be able to contact Mr. Graves. He's going to be radio silent, and he's just going to be able to decompress and come back, and then maybe take
Kill
on
some more people.
Kill some more people. Find
Yeah.
another hydrogen bomb is
Yeah.
next, right? Him and Tuller. So that is the Oppenheimer cast of gifts I have for them. this year.
All right.
Nice.
I wished you sticked on the theme of getting them help.
Yeah.
I did. Well, a vacation is rest and
Yeah, no, you're
relaxation. Clothing is good for her self-esteem and value. Alcohol treatment is good for anybody who's an alcoholic. Oppie talking about
They don't believe that, but
right, like, and we get to give Strauss, who's a little bitch who just wants this piece of paper to say he's important. I think everybody gets something that matters to them.
I think they all should get a subscription to BetterHelp.
You're right. Yeah.
Brought to you this week by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.com. You can change therapists if you don't like them and get your money back. Anyway, so that's that. So, if we're following the order, would you like Jimmy to go next?
Well,
Charles?
hold on. Do you guys have anything
Oh,
to
sorry,
shit
yeah.
on,
I'm gonna.
Michael?
I still have to say something.
Shit on.
Sorry.
You didn't even get Charles to give his opinion.
That's the judge.
Yeah.
This is how I win, guys. I just slide. I control the pace of the show.
Shut up, Washington. We're gonna talk now.
It really is a
Shut it
mock
up.
trial.
Washington,
Shut
shut
it
your
up.
mouth.
Mock trial with Judge Reinhold. All right, I'll take my lashings. Go.
I think it was good. I really liked the first three. It kind of went a little bit low on the last two. The first three were great. And I think there's also a stipulation that we were only allowed to pick 4 max, and Mike picked 5.
He
So
did
I
do
think you
5.
should take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Get them.
Not a
But
fan.
I liked the help. I really liked the therapy was good.
Thank you. Thank you.
The subscription, that was nice. The fucking AA shit.
Necessary.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you could have put a Betty Ford thing
Well, the Betty
line
Ford
in there. I said it, but I
You
think,
did.
I think you could have put a Betty Ford line in there.
Yeah. Betty
and
Ford
you know
was,
what?
yeah.
I think there was room for in your clothes thing for the reason she was naked. I think it was a foreshadow to the 60s burn the bra movement.
Okay. Well, she was a communist, right? Like she was anti-government.
Aren't we
She
all?
was,
Burn
yeah.
the bra.
Yeah.
Burn
Yeah.
the bra. She was just ahead of her time.
She did it
Ahead of her
good.
time.
She did.
She burnt the shit
She
out of
freed
it.
the nip way before
Yeah.
she was asked to.
And
Yeah.
bras were full of wires back then.
Yeah.
So
Can you
just
imagine being
hot.
Oh my god, they were walking like that was a holy shit
I'm just
fire
saying.
hazard.
if she's doing a topless scene, she's not allowed to sit while she's waiting to shoot the next scene. They obviously clothe her. Yeah, they
give
why
her a
am I-
robe. They
yeah,
give her a
why am I
robe.
saying dumb
Nope.
shit?
Yeah, they give her a rope.
No, it's a
No,
no
they
one
do
set.
not.
No, you're always in
Yeah.
character.
You just
This was-
stand there, woman.
This was they pure Daniel Day-Lewis it. This was the set was the 19th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the 40s.
Don't turn the heat
Yeah.
on. Leave her with no shirt. Yeah. All right.
Do you remember women didn't have the right to vote? Pat Petrow remembers.
Charles, before we move on, Judge.
No, yeah, they were good. They were good. I agree. Like I liked what the theme of them being more about helping them.
The movie's fucking depressing.
Well, yeah,
Like,
and
none
everybody's
of them.
fucked up from it.
Yeah, none of them.
I don't think it was like. You imagine if they Napoleoned it and they put some jokes in this. That's what you would have put some French jazz.
But
It had to be depressing.
They're all
Hey, we
speaking.
won the war. We killed so many billions of people.
Do you think that's what Ridley Scott did? He saw fucking Oppenheimer's like, God,
Yeah.
my movie's way too depressing. I gotta put some jokes
Yeah.
in this shit.
Yeah.
People are gonna-
Napoleon's not this cool. I got to make him cooler than this.
What I didn't like
Yeah.
about Oppenheimer was that they were speaking French the whole movie.
Just didn't understand.
I think it would be really funny to see the reaction that everybody would have when you give them their gift. Like when you say, go to www.blog.com
Gene, put some clothes on.
and just see Oppenheimer be like, "What?" Yeah.
The waternet?
And then when you
I
give
don't
a
even think
gift card
therapy
to...
wasn't invented back then.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Like,
you
what?
just
Oh, yeah.
stuffed it down. You just ate that shit.
When you give them the gift card even, they're like, What
What do I do? What do I do with this? Where do I put this in?
Magnetic strip? What?
Is this your business?
Radioactive chip? What have I
that's
done
fun.
with the world?
I think honestly, I was gonna say I think Oppenheimer was a hard one to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think you did well. I think
You did well with your source material.
Handled it very well. Yeah.
I looked at what I had to work with. called BetterHelp.com, and they gave me some. No.
Well
Okay.
done.
It's if you want Jimmy to be next, you can have Jimmy to be next. You can.
Jimmy, I would like to have you next.
Feels like Michael's picking the order here.
He wrote it out. I feel bad. There was a list.
All right. He did write it out. He did. I picked The Holdovers. Saw it a couple weeks ago. It's just an absolutely fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, I'll give you the little read through here. A curmudgeonly instructor in New England prep school remains on campus during Christmas break to babysit a handful of students with nowhere to go. He soon forms an unlikely bond with a brainy but damaged troublemaker and with the school's head cook, a woman who just lost her son in Vietnam. So these are the people that I will be buying gifts for. And we'll start with Paul Giamatti's character, the curmudgeonly old instructor at the prep school. He's a mean guy. He smells weird. His eye is always drifting, and so
does it really drift in there?
It does. And like one of the jokes in the movie is that the kid asks him, he's like, I am not sure which one I'm supposed to look at, and he's like, it's always the one that you think it is. But so
funny.
For his character, I have bought him the eye that Rocket Raccoon gets from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, the one he puts in his butt.
That's right.
You don't want to know how I got that out of prison.
I thought, you know what, let's just get him a brand new eye. I thought about getting him like a cyborg eye where maybe he could shoot lasers with it, but I think that would just make punishment for the students a lot worse. So I'll go with the eye that he gets in Guardians. I'll take that.
That's so nice because we can look him in the face and not smile.
That's right. That's exactly it, Michael.
You're giving him confidence.
Now, and for
it smells like poop though.
For the cook, it does smell like poop.
Damn.
But he already smells, so you wouldn't even notice. For the cook who just lost her son in Vietnam, very unfortunate situation.
Who is that's playing her? She's been in some stuff. She was in Office Christmas Party I watched this week.
Davine Joy Randolph.
I love her.
She is fantastic.
She's also in Only Murders in the Building too as the cop.
Yeah, she's in Office Christmas Party?
Yeah.
She is. She's a security guard in Office Christmas Party.
Oh, she's awesome.
She's very, very good.
She's awesome.
And she's going to make you feel things in this movie.
Oh, she's great.
She's fantastic. Just lost her son. So she took this job as the cook to get her son into the prep school because they couldn't afford to get him in there normally because it's a fucking prep school. It's for fucking rich kids.
Yeah, they all go home on the weekend.
And then he joins the army and goes to fight in Vietnam and is killed pretty much immediately.
Jesus.
And so that's a big part of her character is just taking care of all these kids who don't fucking deserve to be here.
So it's set in the 70s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Are you going to reanimate her son?
So what I'm
Let's hear it.
So what I'm going to be buying her is I'm going to be buying a pet cemetery that they will be building onto the site of the prep school. And so when she receives her son's body back, she can go up that hill over there and have her son back.
Aww.
And she can get her son back. Isn't that nice? Thank you.
Nice.
Like full form?
Yeah.
Mike wants to know if the penis will still be there. Will he still have a penis?
You know, he's there. Like it's her son.
He fills a void.
It's her son. Like I
think it's like 60% her son.
Is his first line?
Which is
Kill
it's a passing grade.
Why, Mom?
Yeah.
Why?
Kill me.
So, well, this might be a little expensive to have this, but there's no price limit. So
There wasn't.
And as far as I know, there isn't a pet cemetery on this lot already, so they could use one.
It's got utilitarian value to it.
I love that the son
Thank
is just the pet cemetery.
Well, there's no regular cemetery that does that.
That's true.
It has to be.
I don't know of one. I don't know of one.
Hey
that
guys,
brings
bury
people
me in a
back.
pet cemetery just in case.
Just in case. See if it works. Just try it. See if it works.
You miss 1,000% of the shots you don't take.
Sorry, maybe I will be moving the pet cemetery from that guy's backyard into the prep school.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
And finally, for the kids that are held over Christmas, it's unfortunate. It's just a shitty scenario for them. Like, that sucks. Like, you can't go home for Christmas. Maybe your family's busy. Maybe you don't have a family. Some of these kids don't. Some of them live overseas, right? And it's just a horrible situation. And I feel bad for Paul Giamatti that he has to stay to watch these kids, but I feel bad for these kids that they have to stay over Christmas. So what I've done is I've gotten them the step-parents from Shazam. Because that's what they need, good step-parents. So, and now, with these step-parents, these holdover children will become the Shazam kids.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about that.
He's really fucking tying universes
They can
together.
fly off campus anytime they want.
Except with substance abuse issues. Because they're rich kids.
I do like the idea
Yes.
of Paul Giamatti being like a grumpy Professor X every time they Shazam out of class.
Well, and now can they
and the lightning damage.
Does he get powers by default? And now
Paul
he can-
Giamatti,
yeah,
absolutely not.
No, he just gets grumpy.
He's got his eyeball. That's enough.
That's it. Okay, sorry, Chris.
He's part of the Guardians
He
universe
still
now.
smells like fecal matter.
I didn't fix that. That was unfixable.
Every time he sneezes, the inside of his head smells. It's
So that's my gifts for the Christmas season.
I really like the.
Go see The Holdovers.
You were so affected by the cook's performance that you want to bring her son back from the dead.
Well,
I
'cause
think that's really cool.
She just needs him back.
Yeah.
And he should have never went to go fight in a war that we weren't supposed to be fighting. Henry Kissinger died, and it's a good thing.
That's right. Yeah, fucker was the
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He's the reason her son is dead.
Yep.
And I'm gonna bring him back.
From closer inspection,
Because I'm a
these appear
hero.
to be loafers. I don't know.
I can't let anyone know I dropped my glasses in the toilet.
I love how you wanted to give everybody what they're missing. I think that's
Isn't that what we need during the holiday seasons?
Yeah.
Give someone what they're missing.
No, that's the
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Except for the sun coming back.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's back.
I love that.
My mind went when you were saying for the mom. I thought you were gonna go, oh, she got invested in Bubba Gump Shrimp. You know what I mean? Because at Forrest Gump, they knew each other, and then they became friends.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, man, I like your idea, so if anything happens to me, please invest that money.
Take care of my mom.
And then give it to my mom, and then boom.
Oh, her son was Bubba?
No, her son became friends with Bubba and
Oh,
Forrest, and they
okay.
invested in the Bubba Gump Shrimp
That's good.
business.
I like that.
Oh, he was a hang-around.
I went a little bit of a different way.
The scary way, which I don't know if the mom would like that.
She just wants her son back.
Got to put
And
down
I don't know another way to do
my
that.
My mind goes to a reanimated son in the same way that they reanimated the mountain in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Is it that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Where like he just
horrible.
basic commands and a heartbeat.
I literally think
But he will try to eat her.
That's what I'm worried about.
All I see is Goldblum coming out of the pod and just being like, "Kill me,
Brundlefly."
Like he's back.
Yeah,
sure,
Better than ever.
Yeah. But like, is it torture to have him back or not? Like,
It's Looney Tunes back in action.
okay, fair enough.
I mean, she's going to have to learn how to get well, she could probably get a shotgun from one of the rich kids.
There you go.
Yeah.
Feed the rich kids to her son.
Oh my God!
When they all come back from holiday weekend.
guys
and then
thought
it's
I
like,
didn't plan
and
this.
then you can throw in the mummy. He's fully reanimated when he eats enough kids.
There you go.
And then he's just back.
That's exactly
Now we're
it.
talking. Now
Hey,
we're yeah.
I'm glad you guys get it.
And he's in the Monsterverse.
I love how you just pulled Emotep into this.
And they're now in the DCU also.
And Marvel, the
And
first
Marvel.
the first crossover.
Giamatti and
Tenet.
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 I did it.
Tenet.
I did it.
All right.
He went from the Rhino to now Grumpy Professor X.
Judge, do we need to hear from anybody else?
I would have got the guy some blue chews.
You could use a boner or two.
Reanimate everything all the
Give him
time.
an erection.
It's great.
Okay,
great.
cool. That's
No more comments.
No notes. Love
no
that.
notes. No
Excellent.
notes.
so you can go in order if you want, or you can pick whoever you like. But Martin would be next.
Is there anyone else here? Is there someone who's hiding behind that closet?
I'm gonna do a wild card, guys. I'm gonna go with Martin next.
All right, Martin, you're next,
see that
bud.
coming.
Wild card.
Oh my God,
I haven't been called that since my first year in comedy.
I may have planned for this to happen. Look at that. All right, Martin, floor is yours.
Well, I went with my favorite show of the year, and people forget because it came out in January. But
No
The
shit.
Last of Us,
Yep.
Ooh,
right?
yeah.
I'm not even going to explain it because I'm pretty sure all of our
Everybody's seen
listeners
it.
has seen it.
Yeah.
So I
video
only went
game.
with. I only went with 3 gifts because three cast members because
Yeah.
what I did was I kind of wanted because loot crates are kind of a big thing.
Yeah.
So I kind of went with a bit of a loot crate for these 3 characters, a
Ah.
little bundle, little
Nice.
gift
Multi-gift.
basket.
Nice.
Gift basket. So for the first one, we'll go with obviously Joel Miller. I will go with Joel Miller, and it's his loot crate is called the.
You're going to reanimate his daughter.
I'm
You
buying
copied me.
He's buying a
They
plot.
moved to the same
sorry,
pet
I do have 4, but one is an honorable mention.
He's buying a plot in your pet cemetery for the Joel.
I'm calling his loot crate Freedom 55, the retirement package.
Love that.
Right?
Little trailer park boy.
That's great.
So the first gift that I will get him is obviously a hearing aid because he has that fucking
Oh right.
and Ellie has to shoot. So
That's
with
right.
the hearing aid, he could hear everything.
That's right.
Also, what I'm also gonna get him is some Dr. Soul.
Dr. Soul.
Oh, yeah.
His feet are always fucked up, right? He's
Yeah.
always walking. Get him
He
his
needs
shoes. He needs some fucking
Arch support.
orthopedics. Orthopedics is what I'm gonna get. That's what I was called.
Was he yelling?
Orthopedics.
Are you
He's
gelling?
gelling.
He's gelling.
He's
He's
gelling.
gelling, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last
Gelling
gift, because
Joel.
when people retire, they need a hobby. So obviously he wanted to sing. So maybe get him that guitar so he can teach Ellie and sing. Do a little dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
A little 1 2 1 2.
Do a little dilly
The next character I picked was Tess. I am getting her the medic package. She's always getting hurt.
She's always
everywhere.
fucked up.
So the first part of this loot crate is earplugs. For the explosion in the beginning, so she wouldn't be so, what do you call it, disoriented.
Concussed.
Yeah, and now she doesn't have to get caught by the cops that way. She just go home because, boom.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
The next thing I'm going to get her is like a little bit of, what do you call it, like a med kit? Med kit.
Yeah.
Because,
First aid kit?
the blasts for the face, all the cuts.
With the gauze.
She's also got beat up, so she needs a little bit to...
Just a life-size
and then
bottle of polysporin.
Something, the ankle. You fucking little, you know what I mean? Little wrap for the ankle.
Love it.
Tensor
And then the
bandage,
last thing I'm going to get her, thing I would get her is a COVID mask, but with a shield. So when she's making out with the zombie, boom, son.
That's my worst fear about a
Doesn't-
zombie apocalypse.
doesn't
And they don't
happen.
show-
Is making
like-
out with a zombie?
Well, they showed it in the
sexually
Brad
assaulting
Pitt
it.
one, World War Z, where he gets it in his eye, right? And then he's like, I think I'm going to turn. And then he
Yeah,
stands on the
and he
edge
does
of the
the
cliff.
1/1000
That's the
too, and-
only
yeah.
zombie
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen that,
yeah.
where they're like spitting on you and you don't have
But
to worry
this one,
about
like, the make out with the spores coming in, doesn't happen
yeah,
because you
it's
know
a-
what?
it. You got a shield.
Face shield.
I like it.
Oh, they're going to
And
be
then,
You're
pissed.
looking at the hierarchy of needs of your characters.
And then I went with Ellie.
Yeah.
I'm going to get her the absentee father package. Gift package, sorry. Absentee dad gift package.
Guess what?
These
Still
are
no
all
dad.
These are all gifts
Father's
you can
Day
get.
themed gifts.
These are all gifts you can get at a gas station. So first thing, obviously because she didn't know what it was, but getting her some gas station deodorant, the little mini deodorant.
Oh, yeah.
For her because
Yeah.
she's at that age, where
Yeah.
the BO starts to
Stinky.
steady. Yeah. Stinky a little bit, so get her a little women's
stinky.
Dove, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Get her that.
Dove.
Also, the next thing that the FC Dad package comes with, can of Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, naturally.
Nice.
That's you can get that at
Ravioli?
the gas
Nice.
station, right?
Yeah.
Ravioli. Get that for her.
Nothing wrong
Ravioli or beefaroni?
No, it's Chef Boyardee.
Ravioli.
I know,
Chef
but
Boyardee ravioli.
beefaroni is also
Beefaroni isn't it beefaroni like a brand?
with it. No, that's
No.
a chef.
No,
well,
it's
yes,
a, it's
but
a,
beefaroni, ravioli, spaghetti, and
Okay.
I think
meatballs.
ravioli is the OG.
Yeah, ravioli is the OG,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
beefaroni in my house. I'm just saying, if you
But no Simpsons.
single child.
no Simpsons, beefaroni,
No
no
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
That's what, only child energy, this guy.
What it matters about?
I
other
don't
people?
want ravioli. I want beefaroni. Mother!
And I fucking got it.
Mom, where's the beefaroni, Mom?
Yeah,
Mom,
wedding crashers.
beefaroni.
Mom, more hot pockets.
I don't even know what she does back there.
Mom! More chicken!
Hot pockets, Mom.
Yeah.
Hot pockets.
Oh, too funny.
What was I? So I got her what did I get her? Oh, the ravioli, beef ravioli. I got
Ravioli.
I got her the deodorant. Okay, and then I also get her a 1995 Popular Mechanics magazine Space Edition because she likes the space.
That's right.
Interview with Sally fucking Ride.
That would be on the rack. At
That
a
would
gas
be
station.
on the rack at the gas station.
Love it.
Those are the 3 gifts I would get her. And then my honorable mention, I don't know if you guys seen the Facebook ads for like bulletproof clothing.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would get Sarah.
Oh,
A
She
bulletproof
needs it.
jacket.
She needs it.
I have Kevlar suits are not just a John Wick
It's just a
thing. They do
bulletproof
exist.
jacket. So
Yeah.
that's what I
Well-
would get Sarah.
How heavy do you think that is?
Not light.
Not light, right? Like,
No.
that's got to be a heavy
I
fucking
want the one
suit.
No, you know
Frodo
what? I
had
have
'cause it's
for
light.
for the motorcycle. I have Kevlar jeans. They're
Yeah.
just like regular jeans.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So if
Yes.
you fall off, it
Yeah,
the
it
rashes.
doesn't rip.
And I have a jacket as well. That's Kevlar inline. It's not that heavy.
God damn.
Wow.
All right, good to know.
We should
But
get a
those
bunch
are
of that
my
stuff.
gifts.
I'm going to shoot you so bad.
I was going to say, we should get a bunch of that stuff and shoot each other and see how it works.
Shoot each other in the dick.
Okay. I'll shoot
Like
you
Super
first.
Troopers.
Let's put it here and shoot each other there.
Very Super Troopers. Dang.
That's my
You got your work cut out for you,
That was
that's
good.
my presentation for the
Michael?
good.
And scene.
I like how I like I said, the hierarchy of needs. You found the things that complete these people that make life easier.
Well,
I think we all did that. We all did it. We all did a good job of that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just
Except maybe Jimmy with the dead son pick.
It's the Dead Son package.
Yeah, that's the only one, but everything else was good.
I agree with Michael. I think you did a very good job. And in a zombie apocalypse, you gave them the things that they need.
Yeah, like it wasn't like you were going to show up with socks, and it's like, what am I going to do with socks, right? like the scene.
I can't gel with these.
Or like,
where's my gel?
Actually, here's a better example, right? You didn't buy him a gun rack without a gun.
Without a gun.
I never mind have many guns to denote the
You
use
know
of
you're
a gun rack, right?
You
like,
know you're a redneck if your gun rack has a gun rack on it.
But like that's the thing is that you got Tess like what she needs to survive, right? We may have another day with Tess. You got Joel some back support by making him gel. Like these are.
I also really like the tribute to the video games by the loot boxes.
The loot boxes
That's
too,
very
right?
Nice.
Well, it's
Very
like the
nice
mystery
touch,
boxes at Comic-Con. The loot
That's what I was
boxes
thinking,
with like a
too.
twist on it.
Yeah.
That's
The Last of Us mystery box now. I've like deodorant.
I need one.
Ravioli. Be a great one.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Open that
Why
when
do
you
I
get
need
home.
all of this shit?
If you were a mystery box maker out there, listener, and you want to take Martin's idea, just give him 10%, man. Like,
Literally
it's like-
make The Last of Us mystery boxes just a ration box. Box of rations.
It's an MRE.
Yeah.
But all the canned foods are expired.
Yeah.
I got Jimmy. You're good with him.
I think you got everyone exactly what they needed. I think you bought them a few extra days of life. I think you bought Joel's feet years of life.
Yeah.
I also think too, getting him the hearing aid, it just made me immediately think like in the game.
It opens up another 180 degrees of your world, right?
There's a
Like-
feature in the game where you have super
Yeah, you got
listening.
super
You
listening
put your
skills,
head down to the ground and you can
Yeah.
hear clickers and stuff. So it's like the hearing aid would definitely be like
Effective.
Yeah, it'd
a
be like
realistic
that
way
version
of
of
doing
it.
that.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
cool. Well,
this is tough.
the floor is
This
now.
is really tough. Everybody brought their A game. I agree.
This is not like
Everybody
last time.
catered their gifts well.
No, it's never like last time.
This is not like the Monster Verse at all.
I'm gonna have a talk show host with a monster that's in a different movie.
2 talk show host plans.
He's a kaiju.
And two talk shows, and neither of us talk to each
He
other.
destroyed New York.
This is tough. Okay, everybody gets obviously a huge honorable mention because everybody brought their A game.
No,
Everybody did a good
no,
job.
this isn't the real world. One winner only.
2 men enter, 1 man leave.
Oh, there's
This is
3
the-
of us.
What happens to the third one?
So
Remember, mine had a marketing campaign.
You don't
with
get
yours.
to do this. No.
He does this every episode.
I
Hey,
know
guys,
he
guys,
does.
remember this?
You remember how mine was good?
Remember?
I'm picking this one because I was pleasantly surprised and I love how insane it went. I'm giving it to Jimmy.
I told you I'd be back.
I haven't seen the
back.
movie yet, but I love
Everything I
the
described
dead,
happens in the movie.
insane pet cemetery son thing.
That's out. Yeah, that's off.
And you know I love horror with a Christmas element to it, so that was
Jimmy's
hilarious.
back, baby. Back on the board.
And I did not see the crossover with the Shazam kids.
Did he and Guardians of the Galaxy and Marvel?
Yeah.
You didn't think Jimmy would do a Marvel
I
crossover,
did not.
did you?
I didn't think Jimmy would do a nerd crossover with something like that. I was very impressed, Jimmy.
I'm playing to my audience.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew who was in charge this week.
But everybody killed it, though. Like, everybody did awesome.
Did I have to buy Oppenheimer a PS5 for you to vote
Yes.
for me? Like,
Yes. If he played Spider-Man 2, his mind would blow up.
I'm gonna
Cillian Murphy is Spider-Man.
No. Oppenheimer gets a cameo in the new Spider-Man 2 video game. That's what he
his
gets.
gift?
That's his gift.
I mean, all right.
I'm just doing that. I can see it.
I guess.
I did want to say, too, funny enough, Cillian Murphy interviewed Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh, for actors on actors?
Yeah, check it out. It's really
That
good.
was
They
perfect.
talk about the opening of it as them talking about the Barbenheimer
effect
phenomenon and like what the hell
did
that
you see
was and everything.
Greta Gerwig and James Cameron's just like on this weird boat and he's doing it through a screen. So Greta Gerwig is just sitting there in the studio talking to him on a giant
I'm going down to
screen.
the Titanic.
Yeah, that's what it looked
what
like.
An idiot.
That's what it looked like.
Why
Also,
would you not come
why-
in for that,
'Cause
James?
James Cameron
Like,
Why
not
would you
care.
also give Greta James Cameron?
Yeah,
That's
weird, right?
So dumb.
that's awkward as shit.
That's dumb. I think
was
that
very
was lame.
strange.
Okay, so first things first. let's go through this list here from
Mario Bros came out this year?
Yeah, Mario Bros is this
like
year.
March. I think.
Goddamn.
So, Jimmy, what was one of your favorite
And
movies
Guardians,
this
right?
year? That's from
Well,
this?
fucking
And how far back are we going?
Obviously, holdovers. I think we go right back to January, but
Sure, let's start there.
I-
Was there anything in January that anybody loved?
I really enjoyed The Killer. I don't know when that came out.
That was
but-
really good. That was this year.
That's that's 3 weeks
David
ago.
Fincher, right? Fincher.
Yeah.
Like this is what he was doing when they told him he couldn't do Mindhunter anymore.
They should have. Then
Yeah.
now I want Mindhunter 3.
I know. Maybe this will do it though.
Give me
Maybe
more
this will be
Anator.
enough.
Anator.
You know what I liked about
I hope so. I
Killer
know.
was that
He goes to McDonald's.
He does.
That was my favorite part. I'm like,
I go to McDonald's. He's just like me.
Yeah.
So did you guys feel you could be a killer?
Absolutely.
I kill myself
He's on.
at
He's on.
McDonald's.
He's on Atkins.
There's one thing that he does that Shauna and me do from time to time, her more than me. But when he takes his Egg McMuffin apart
Oh, just eats the.
and eats it with the 1/2 bun,
Yeah.
Shauna does that a lot of the time.
You don't
And I
need a
was
top
like,
bun.
You
It's
don't need a
great.
top bun. You don't need a top
great.
bun. No, the Killer was great. The
It's
Killer,
a grateful taste on take on open face.
Oh yeah, very,
It's
very
a
much so.
graceful open face sandwich.
But The Killer was beautifully shot. It was a really interesting story. I like the fact that it was all from the perspective of what it's like to be a hitman, like
Yeah.
the boring times of
It's
being
all
a-
monologue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is,
All
but it was
monologue.
good
Yeah.
monologue. I
What,
didn't. There's
what-
a lot of
what
people.
music does he listen to? The Smiths?
The Smiths, The Cure, like everything from
just likes
mid
British
to late
rock.
80s.
Yeah.
That whole sequence where like he shoots and he misses the mark and it cuts in and out of the song, back to the real life, back to the song, like that was jarring enough. Then the fucking revenge tale that kicks out of it.
Yep.
Like I watched it again today just to get a good reference point for it. But it's a late bloomer in the year. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite.
It's one of the
movies this
tops
year.
for sure.
Do you guys want? Is it too much if we go best movie of each month?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's do
Sure,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, January didn't have much on it. Amazing Maurice, I know Emily saw. Megan, you guys all liked, right?
Yeah, for January, I was going to say, Megan, I was really
really
pleasantly
liked it.
surprised
Yeah.
with it. They did a very good job with it.
So fun. And
Yeah.
fucking Ronnie Chang was so fucking
Yeah,
fun.
man. He
I
was
can't remember
great.
Pale Blue Eyes.
I can.
Oh,
that was
I
the,
saw that.
That was the Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
it, but I can't remember it.
I liked
Oh, I
it.
didn't watch it.
It kind of dragged for me.
It was a drag. The big end, the big twist at the end was fun.
Yeah.
I just like Edgar Allan Poe. So that
No,
sucks
I
me
love
in.
the
I
setting.
watched
and
House
I love
of
a period
Usher for
piece.
that was my Edgar
Follow
Allan
the
Poe
House
fix.
of Usher.
Yeah, that was my
Fuck yes.
that was my Edgar Allan Poe fix.
I don't think it was the best Flaniverse show, but it definitely
Fuck,
wasn't
it was
the worst.
Good. It was good.
I was so sucked into that one. I
Yeah.
was sucked into that one as
Yeah.
much as I was sucked into
I could
Bly
listen.
Manor.
I could listen to those two talk all day
Oh my god,
for hours.
I follow her on Twitter now just because she's as good at tweeting as she is at acting.
had
What?
a crush on Gina, Carla Gugino forever.
Because
Oh,
what
yeah.
was she
And
in?
her
Sin
in
City.
No,
Katie Siegel.
Watchmen.
I love Katie Siegel, but who?
She did a movie
Or
with
Carla Gugino? Who are you talking about?
Carla Gugino's been in tons
She's in
of
Sin
stuff.
City. She
yeah.
had like that
She's been in
topless scene in
every-
Sin
She's
City.
in Snake
been in
Eyes. She's
Watchmen,
San Andreas.
Yeah,
Like
she's. You know, did you guys know originally? Oh, and it would have been insane. She was going to be Catwoman. At
I'm
one
thinking of
point.
Gerald's Game. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
thinking
Oh
of
yeah,
Gerald's
that was good. She was really good in that.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, and that was like a They like reunited for Full House Usher.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Did
right.
anybody
Yes, they did.
see A Man Called Otto or Plane?
Man
I
called
know-
Otto.
I know-
I saw a man called Otto on a plane.
Are you
That's so funny.
I can't remember if I seen it. I don't know if I saw that one.
I know
It's nice.
Ian
That's-
saw it and really liked it.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
a
a
nice
it's a
movie.
remake of a German movie, I think, or something.
Oh, okay.
Like it's the American version of it, but isn't he like
Oh,
a
gotcha.
grouchy old guy?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, especially the name Otto sounds more like German
Yeah.
than it would be
Otto.
American.
Yeah,
so.
it does, doesn't it?
I don't.
But it was nice. Yeah, I don't think it was at the top.
So
by any
February,
means.
are we gonna all say Ant-Man Quantumania?
God damn, I forgot.
You know what?
February had another one.
I saw-
Cocaine Bear.
Yes,
That was my
that
favorite
was
movie
the other
ever.
one I saw.
You guys,
yeah,
you guys are jumping forward here. I saw Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool.
Wow.
I haven't seen that yet. I hear it's
Charles,
unreal.
you
I hear it's
gotta
unreal.
Watch
Yeah.
it, dude.
You'll
It's on
shit
Crave, I
yourself.
think.
You'll
I didn't.
shit
wa-
yourself.
I watched it maybe a
Oh,
couple months
it's
ago.
on Crave.
but
It's on Crave.
It's on
It's on
Crave
Crave.
right now.
Knock
It
at the
was
Cabin was pleasantly really
Beautiful.
good.
Jonathan
really
Groff.
good.
Speaking of Mindhunter,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Knock at the Cabin was a good M. Night Shyamalan.
He was the only good thing about Matrix 4, to be honest with you. Agent Smith was top notch.
He just looks like Agent Smith.
Yeah, he played it really well. He did play it really well.
What an actor
But
he
Knock
is.
at the Door, I didn't expect it to be good, and it was actually very good.
Well, that's Shyamalan, right? Like it'll be either a really great movie or just a bunch of stinkers in a row, and
Yeah.
then a really great movie, and then a bunch of stinkers, and this was the great one. So
Yeah.
I'm really worried what he's going to do next.
Magic Mike. Anybody have to put up with a Magic Mike this year?
I watched
see
it.
You did?
Watched it, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would only watch it because of her.
I watched it for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're honest.
It's.
Do you know she's?
It's not bad.
She is 60, and
she's
is
unbelievable. She's
like
gorgeous.
There are levels of Hollywood beauty. Selma Hayek is in a whole category. Like, there's no one else in her
It's
category.
like her, Elizabeth Hurley. Who else?
Penelope
that are like,
Cruz is like that.
Yeah, they're like close to 60, if not 60 already. And
Well,
it's
no.
just unreal.
Age-wise, yeah.
But they're like, yeah. But Magic Mike was actually pretty good. I was very, very surprised with it. Like, I watched it with Claudia, and obviously she was more invested than me, but it's called His Last Dance, and what's neat about it is
What's neat about a stripper movie? Please tell us.
By Last Dance, it is in a way, but it's more about he goes from dancer to choreographer. So Last Dance.
Oh, so he levels up.
The whole last sequence is he convinces somebody to let him put on a dance display. And yes, it is with all these, but it's more like a show rather than a
So it's
stripper.
not Thunder from Down Under.
It's not like Chippendales, but it's like got an element of it. But anyways, it was neat to see that they were like, oh, there's like an actual character art. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Martin, you mentioned Quantum Media and Cocaine Bear. I think we every one of us saw both of those.
Yeah.
What do you think of Cocaine Bear?
I loved it.
It was
Who
so
wants not to
good.
love? I love cocaine
So
and I like
good.
bears.
It was so much fun.
And Elizabeth
Yeah.
Banks is a great director. She's so good.
Well, and I mean, it is a little sad that is Ray Liotta's last moment on screen.
I don't think it is.
Is it? Isn't it?
No, I thought
I think it's the last
No,
thing
it
he
was-
filmed,
It was
but not the last thing
I thought
being
it was
released.
The Sopranos was the last thing he filmed.
Maybe.
filmed, but then
Oh.
something
New York
came
was the last
out.
thing?
Something came out after
Was that
Cocaine
Blackbird?
Or was
Bear.
not? Maybe not.
Was that Blackbird on Apple?
But
that
it
came
might have
out?
been,
I don't know.
again, it might have been like Bruce Willis, where it's like he filmed so many things and then they released them like years later.
That makes
kind of
sense
thing.
too.
So-
Yeah.
We love you, Bruce.
Ant-Man Quantumania, I think we're as disappointed as everybody else was with
steaming
it.
pile of poop.
Bad CGI, clunky story.
Just dumb.
The dumbest thing about it is that
The ants came
Kang
back
is
in the end.
supposed to be the new Thanos.
And Ant-Man just
and then
kicked his
Ant-Man
ass.
beats him, and then the answer is, well, I have variants, so good luck. And it's like, well, then what the fuck
What
was
was
this?
the
Like,
point?
yeah, the hell was
If you're
this
going to
then?
lean on the variant
Also,
story,
I was
then
not
nothing-
a fan of MODOK. I thought that was
No, I
so
thought that was
dumb.
the dumbest thing. I
That
didn't
was
like it.
so dumb.
I think there's no other way that they can do it in live action. So
Yeah.
I think that was the only option.
Right, and they got
but maybe they shouldn't have done it.
Exactly. And I think it was one of those things where they're like,
Just
we
make
know there's
Kang
a
more terrible.
Yeah.
We know fans love it, but honestly, it's one of those
You know
things that
what?
not everything can be adapted.
I get my
live
dose
action.
with Patton Oswalt show.
Yeah, see, and that's
Loved
what
it.
right,
Loved it.
right. But I will say, like, it is exactly what you said, Jimmy. They one and done it. They're like, we did it, and
So-
it can die in this movie, and it's
Exactly.
done.
That's it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there was just no other way.
Yeah.
Let's move on to March here. Just
Oh,
for
can we mention?
list's
I
sake.
just want to mention Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Did you see
Yeah.
it?
Piece of garbage.
It's so bad.
It's
Okay,
so terrible.
it's
He was
so
just
bad.
capitalizing off having
It's
the
not
rights.
worth a watch.
No.
It's like the Grinch, that horrible Grinch
Yeah, just-
movie they made.
just
It's
don't.
not
But
worth
you
it.
guys
avoid it.
know that the same team is doing Bambi Reckoning?
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
about that, and it's
Stupid.
garbage.
Steamboat Willie's up for public domain next year too. So I don't know what's
Really,
going to happen
eh?
with that, but we're going to get some terrible Mickey Mouse related content.
Yeah,
Martin, you saw Creed 3, right?
Creed 3 was good.
so
It's a good way to end the trilogy, so
you
I
mean
like
It
it.
was
Reed?
great.
Three, yeah, three.
Oh man, I never heard that. That's good. No, but it was good. I really liked it.
Yeah, like Jonathan Majors as the villain was great in it.
And the last, like, obviously the whole movie is building up. Like, we know they're going to fight each other, but they did a video game element with the last fight that I didn't see coming.
No,
and
no.
It was
I heard
very
about this.
cool.
I heard about this video game anime kind of. It's like a Quentin Tarantino thing
Well,
from
it's
Kill Bill, right?
The whole
Where, like,
movie it's more about their rivalry, but they're boxers, so there's like a fan base. But when they get into their final fight, we know Rocky. We know this recipe. It's
Yeah.
going to be like Creed's getting his ass kicked, then blah blah blah.
He fights
But
back.
the way they do it is he made it more artistic. Like at
They
one
always
point,
did good shots at the fight scene.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
in the first one,
yeah.
especially that
For
that
sure.
was mind like that was.
but at
something I've
one
never
point
seen.
it's like no audience, and then it's dark, and then it's just a black screen, and it's like
There's no one there. Yeah.
nobody there, and then it's literally them in a black like studio, and it looks like they're fighting in like just pure darkness.
That's fucking
and then
awesome.
they do, and then he does he does a very homage to One Punch Man, like, and it, like. I want Michael B. Jordan to direct a live-action Dragon Ball Z movie. I think he
Holy
would kill it.
shit.
I think he would kill it. Yeah, because he does that. He does that in Creed. Like, and he even talks about how he
Throwing in the reference.
Yeah, because at IGN they were like, "So we thought it was like this." He's like, "Yep, That's
exactly
what it is.
right. You got me.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Scream.
Scream 6. Oh my God. Again, very happy with it. I'm not particularly psyched with where Scream is going right now, and
yeah, I think Scream's done.
Really, I think it's fucking done, and that's where it should sit. They deserve it. Fuck them.
Yep. That got.
I told you we'll wait
played with
30
some
years.
drama.
David Gordon Green, Danny McBride will revive it, and it'll
Fuck
be
yeah.
awesome again.
I know, but they just fucked them. Champions came out in March.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
filmed in Winnipeg.
great
No big
movie.
deal.
I haven't seen it yet.
We had Woody
It's
in
great.
town.
We did.
It's great.
I had Woody on
Woody
my
Harrell.
street filming.
Yeah, that's right.
Woody Harrell.
I didn't see him, but he was on my street filming, and we saw his bus.
65 with Adam Driver was a hot piece of garbage.
Yeah,
You didn't
saw
like
that
it,
one.
No.
It's all right.
You
It's
know
all
what?
right.
I didn't pay for it.
It's eye candy.
I watched it on. I streamed it at home. That
Yeah,
was it.
it was entertaining.
I was doing other stuff. I think I was masturbating.
How about
too.
Dungeons and
I like
That was fucking awesome.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and
Haven't
Dragons,
seen it yet, but I heard
fucking
really
awesome.
good things.
Dude, you're gonna love it.
Fucking
Yeah, I heard really
awesome.
good things.
It's exactly what D&D is.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Fucking
Like,
awesome.
all the fighting, because you know how D&D is turn-based, right?
Yeah,
They do
yeah.
a good job of making the fighting fast, but also turn-based.
They have a lot of
And
references
it's
to
just-
the.
It's your
actual
turn to
game
fight. It's your
content,
turn to
which is
fight.
awesome.
It's your turn to do something.
Because everyone takes their turn, but in D&D, it's all happening at the same time, but you take a turn, right?
Right.
So they do a good job of making it look like it's all happening at the same time while you know it's actually,
rotating turns.
Exactly.
It also got me excited just knowing. What got me excited for it was D&D players saying it was good.
Exactly.
When you get the approval
So
of
that
the
got me
community.
That's who
excited.
they made this
They
movie
paid it for the
them.
fans, and you don't need
Yeah.
to be a fan to like the movie.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. You can just watch it. Zoe loved it. Knows nothing
great.
about D&D, but just loved the movie
Yeah.
because it's funny.
And Chris Pine's great.
Chris
Like,
Pine's fantastic, and I love that he's not the macho role.
Yeah.
No,
He's kind of
a
the
bard.
idiot.
He's a bard. He's a
Yeah.
bard.
He's a dink.
Which is my favorite character to make in D&D.
Yeah.
A bard.
Oh,
For-
John Wick.
Shazam
John
2.
Wick, dude. John Wick.
There we go. Okay, thank you. I was going
Come
to say
on,
John
dude.
Wick, yeah, that was a huge.
That
was awesome.
That's my favorite movie. Like, it's not awards wise, but my favorite movie of the year, John Wick 4.
Yeah, and
Dude,
I think it's the
anything
best
with-
John Wick.
Anything with nunchucks and nunchucks to the dick.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat that.
Repeated nunchuck shots to
Also,
the dick was the best.
Donnie Yen and John Wick need to be together
Forever.
ever.
Yeah.
Like he was such a great add to the cast. And like I love that the after credits scene had to do with him and nothing to do with John Wick. Like
I love
really,
that the world of John Wick finally opened up a bit more to, instead of a guy being chased by all these people, we get into the backstory of
I
the
want to see
Russian.
the assassinations. The
Yeah.
Right,
assassins
you
and-
get
The syndicate
You get as
and-
as
yeah.
high as you can in the corporation, and maybe or maybe not. We don't know yet. Could have another one. He didn't actually. We didn't see him die. We saw him walk
Well, we're
off.
still waiting for the ballerina, right?
Ballerina's
Oh
coming.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And the Continental came out. I
But
don't
the
know.
Continental
Also,
shit.
I
It's
heard
not
it
great, it's
was.
not great.
This Skarsgård did do the French accent.
Really?
He did.
For this evil villain.
He did.
He was a better Napoleon.
He did.
Then Napoleon.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, but
that
the
was out-
Skarsgård plays a very good stereotypical like French
Yeah.
Bond villain.
Yeah.
Like he's very good.
Let's
Very good.
let's jump a.
But yeah,
couple
John
here.
Wick
Over
was
to April?
unreal.
Yeah, let's go into April here. I really liked Renfeld. I thought it was fun. I thought it was.
I
Haven't
agree.
seen it yet. I'm excited.
I
to see
thought it was
Super fun.
Nicolas Cage was all out like old 70s, 80s Dracula. It was violent. It was bloody. You know what it gave me the vibe of? What was that movie that?
Oh, it was The Day Shift with. It's the same group who made The Day Shift with Jamie Foxx and
It's
Dave
very
Franco.
Is
Day
it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that's-
Daniel
okay.
Radcliffe did
I
that
like that
movie where
movie.
his hands were guns.
Oh, Guns Akimbo.
Guns
Oh,
Akimbo.
that's a
This gives me a Guns Akimbo vibe too.
Oh, Guns
Yeah.
Akimbo was my favorite movie. of the year
Violent
that year.
comedy with
Oh.
lots of blood. Good time.
But yeah, same. If you haven't seen The Day Shift, Mike, watch that. It's pretty funny.
I
liked
meant
it.
to. I
I
just
really
haven't got
liked
around
it.
to it.
Like
I
I
liked
was
it.
very pleasantly surprised.
Snoop
with how
Dogg steals the show.
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. You saw that, Jimmy.
beautiful movie. Like, and as not a woman, I enjoyed it so goddamn much. And as someone who didn't really read the book growing up, from what I read, they did a very good job of covering the book and then giving the adult characters more of a role. And what's fun is the dad is played by Benny Safdie, the guy who's the director in The Curse with Nathan Fielder.
Oh
and Emma Stone.
yeah, that's right.
So
And-
seeing him do The Curse and then do Are You There, God?
You're like-
It's Me, Margaret is just so funny.
Benny Safdie's also Edward Teller in Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He is
Yeah.
amazing.
And he's also in Sorry, I just realized the curse you're talking about is the curse, the TV show,
Yes.
not the movie.
Yes.
No, yeah, the curse with Nathan Fielder.
Micro penis. So good.
Micropenis?
Micropenis.
Is there anything, Martin? Did you anything
Super
from
Mario Brothers, man.
Was that in?
That's April.
That was in April.
April
Mario
5th.
Brothers.
Yeah, that was. How is it not on this fucking list?
No, it is.
I got it on mine.
Is it?
I got it on mine too.
Oh, there it is. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, just what a movie and what doing justice to the game. And
Yeah, it's great.
They just nailed it.
You know, not a great movie, but doing justice to the game, I really appreciate
Well,
it.
I think
Like,
if we weren't adult men,
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's a
true.
great movie.
Yeah, as a kid, it would have blown my fucking
I
mind.
just liked what I got.
I couldn't even fathom it.
How the gameplay changed with the movie, the little jokes of like
Mario Kart.
Mario's allergic to mushrooms, like all those things. But the story for me, I mean, yeah, you're right. I think that's the point. I'm an adult.
It's
right?
not for
So
us.
It's not.
No.
It's not. Yeah.
It's for the next
You
generation.
take it
of
what it
kids.
is.
The two that I wanted to give just a quick highlight for April, because you guys covered everything. That Paint with Owen Wilson is really
see
good.
it?
It's so good.
I haven't seen that.
It's on Paramount
That's
Plus.
the Bob Ross,
Yeah,
right?
it's literally Bob Ross, but it's hilarious and it's so many cameos too.
I gotta watch
from,
that.
like,
It's like an
Fred
absurdist
Armisen's in it.
biography, right?
Yeah, so IFC Films used to do these serious doc films.
Yeah.
These guys are doing mock docs, but IFC film style.
That's
so they're
funny.
doing it the caliber, the editing, everything.
So it
but
looks
they're all-
fantastic, but it's funny.
and it's edited. You would think it's a real documentary, but it's just so dumb. And Air. Ben Affleck Air.
Yeah,
I
I
really
heard
liked it.
very good
I really
things
liked
about
it.
that as well.
Super
I didn't see
entertaining.
Air.
I don't know how much of it is accurate, but it's super fucking entertaining.
It seems
so.
like it's weird. All those studios are just obsessed with movies about how things got made.
Yeah.
So there's like Air, there's Tetris, there's Blackberry.
Do you know what's
Yeah.
funny
Like,
is you can watch a
what is
show on the
this?
Discovery Channel called
How It's Made.
How It's Made.
Yeah.
How it's made.
But
Then
that's
you can get
all
all your answers.
That's what
Everything.
Hollywood does. Like when everybody was obsessed with like ghost hunting shows, it was Paranormal Activity. It was
That's right.
Paranormal this. Like everybody was like, yeah, it's just what
It's-
Hollywood
I
does.
heard that every studio has a Houdini movie ready to go.
Yeah, that's the
but
joke.
nobody wants to
Yeah, yeah,
release
yeah.
it because as soon as they do, there's going to be
Everybody
100
will.
studios with the
Yeah.
fucking Houdini movie.
Right. Because it's the one thing that you're like, how is there no real Houdini biopic? Like
That's
not
right.
a miniseries.
There is one. And Adrian Brody, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
We're an
That's
Adrian
right.
Brody podcast.
Yeah, we are an Adrian
Ooh.
Brody. We are the unofficial
Welcome to
Adrian
BrodyCast, Adam
Brody.
Adrian.
I heard it was supposed to be really good.
May. Let's move into May.
Oh,
here.
I just want to mention Pope's
Oh.
Exorcist. So
Oh.
fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe on a
So you said
scooter.
it's worth a watch.
He was.
I watched half of it and thought it was
Man,
good.
you're
so,
gonna
like,
laugh and you're gonna be scared.
I also want to watch Sisu. Is that crazy German? I think we all saw the preview
Oh
for it.
yeah, I remember that. I haven't seen that
It's
one.
like
Kelly
this-
and Chad saw it.
It's like a farmer or
insane.
something. He's like a farmer, and then they bring him in
The
like
Nazi-
something.
the
It's like,
Nazis.
it's like the war, right? It's about
Yeah,
the war.
it's
the
during World
Nazis
War II.
they come through his land.
Yeah,
They find out he has gold. He's not willing to give it up.
that's right.
So all fucking hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
And it's like Inglorious Bastards on steroids.
Right, and then he murders like literally all
he
these
takes out
Nazi
he's
soldiers.
like a battalion of
Fuck
Nazi
yeah.
soldiers.
So I gotta check it out. Like I saw the preview before Oppenheimer, I think, and it looked insane. So
I saw the trailer for Ordinary Angels. I got a casket ready for that movie. No big deal.
I watched Reacher season 2, episode 1 last night.
okay,
I gotta watch that. It's a lot.
Reacher,
So good.
season. I haven't started the show, but
Season one's
season
great.
2 had one of the best trailers I've ever seen. He's at an ATM and this woman standing. Have you guys seen
That's
this?
how the show
I
opens.
haven't.
The woman's standing at an ATM and he's standing behind her and she's drawing out all her money. And what he does, he pulls like a Sherlock Holmes. He kind of looks and you can see she's shivering and shaking and she's a little bit battered.
He dissects
And all
the situation
All he
just
literally
by
says
looking
is
at
he's
it.
like,
knows.
don't turn around. But do you need help? And she says something like, yeah. And then he looks and you can see there's a guy parked in a truck just up the road staring at them, literally walks over, takes off his shirt, wraps around his fist,
Punches the
through,
window.
pulls the guy out,
Guys.
beats the shit out of him, arrests him, and then he's like, you're okay. And I was like, that was the preview. And I was like, I got to watch the show.
Imagine him as Reacher in the movies. It would have been phenomenal.
Well, I want him to fight
That was
The
Thad
Rock.
from Blue Mountain State, baby.
I
It
want
is.
him to fight The Rock in the next Fast movie.
He kicks.
yeah.
He
and
kicks,
also Aquaman.
he
in,
kicks the
Smallville.
bumper
Yeah,
of
he
a
was.
car.
He's Aquaman. He was Aquaman.
He was.
Oh, yeah, in
In
Smallville.
Smallville.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my
And he had the
God.
real blonde hair. He was like a
Yep.
true Aquaman.
He kicks the front bumper of a car in this series, and the airbag goes off and knocks somebody out inside. That's how
That's
deep of
awesome.
a like he's.
Insane.
But that's in the
He
book.
is
Like, that's the shit he
so-
does in the book.
well,
he
he's
is
a
so
fucking
swollen.
gargantuan man.
Yeah.
He's a mountain.
It is nuts.
He's
But yeah,
Kylo
no,
Ren
I'm gonna.
shredded.
I
Kylo
saw
Ren
that
shredded.
preview and I was like, I have
All
to
right.
watch the show because that was badass.
Guardians 3.
back to May.
Guardians
3.
Yeah.
Guardians 3.
Yeah.
My God, I've never.
It closed the chapter perfectly.
A Marvel movie has never made me cry, and that one.
It was it was the best Guardians in my opinion. I think it was.
What's
the
your
best
name?
movie.
Incredible for a
Floor.
trilogy?
The first one and the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible though when a third movie in a series can be the best
Yeah.
out of the three?
Yeah.
Because that's
Fuck
always
yeah.
that's the hardest
always the
thing. Because
worst.
the third one's usually it's always the worst one.
It's always the
yeah.
worst one, and they did it.
Not
Not a lot for
Blackberry
May.
was great. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
No.
Totally worth
Toronto
the watch.
made.
Fantastic. And Glenn Homerton is unreal in it. And of course Jay is great, but it's really good. It's really, really good.
The Little Mermaid? Anybody take a stroll
Nope.
down the Little
I did
Mermaid this
not.
year? No.
I did not.
Zoe saw it. She liked it.
For time, let's just move into June because it gets heavy.
Spider-Man.
Summertime.
Spider-Man.
We gotta mention
Spider-Man.
We got to mention Spider-Man.
Summertime.
That's it. That's
Can I make one mention though? Did anybody watch Fast X?
No.
No.
Okay, watch it. It's on Prime. It's so fucking stupid.
You can't
It's
make me.
so
I'm not.
funny.
You
I'm
can't
not.
make me.
No.
Jason
No.
Momoa,
No.
probably one of the funniest villains I've ever seen in my life. He is so
I'm not smoking weed anymore, so I
funny
can't
in
watch
it.
those
Oh, then,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then
get
you
through
can't.
it.
You probably won't be able to
Flash.
watch it.
We did Flash an honorable mention.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse
Spider-Verse
was
Flash.
absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Flash gets an honorable mention for sure.
Strays was really good. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Very
Nope.
funny comedy.
How many people?
Actually, you know what? No Hard Feelings. Also with what's her name?
A pleasant surprise.
Oh,
Pleasantly
Jennifer
surprised.
Lawrence, really
Jennifer
good.
Lawrence.
Very good.
I love that she's still able. She still got it. She still rocks
She
that
did
body.
that.
Good nude
She
scene.
did that nude
Wow.
beach fight
Nude
scene.
And did not
Holy
expect
fuck.
it. And I
That
was
was
like,
awesome.
good for you.
That was awesome.
Did not full frontal.
Yeah.
But Strays is stupid. It's like what is it? Oh God, like Fox and the Hound. But it's
you were surprised?
it was
Like
it was
Homer-
really funny. And
like-
Will Ferrell's
Okay.
the main dog. Jamie Foxx is
Because
the
I'll tell
voice
you,
of a
it
dog.
looked like shit.
Oh, it looked terrible, but it's worth a watch.
Right
It's
on.
honestly
I'm in that.
a lot of comedians show up and do voices of dogs, and it's great.
Anybody-
Transformers: Rise of the
Avatar?
Beast. I have to make mention of. I loved it.
We saw it all
really-
together.
I didn't watch
really
it. I didn't
loved
watch
it.
it.
I loved it.
It's cool. You
Do
know,
you-
it's Transformers.
Do you know
if
what you
you
need
like-
to watch if you haven't watched it? Is Extraction 2.
I hear it's insane.
Is Avatar Way of the Water?
I stopped it partway through. I don't know why.
Did you not see the fucking
No, I
fight
stopped
scene
it like
in the
30
prison
minutes,
yard?
30 minutes in. I was like, oh.
Oh my God, that's the brothers Marvel.
Oh, Russos.
That's the Russo brothers company. It's
Oh, shit.
they could make 5 movies out of that, and I would never get bored with it. It is John Wick level action.
That's what I
It's
heard.
a good story. Hemsworth just gets to be himself. He gets to be an Australian special operator officer. It's got great fucking subplot. Like everything about it is good. The first one was about him saving a kid because you find out that his kid died, so he's looking for redemption
Yeah.
and saving this kid
Like
in
The
India.
Last of Us
And then
kinda
you find out in
style,
the
yeah.
next one that like his wife's sister, so his sister-in-law has been captured in this like Czechoslovakian prison,
Jesus.
and he has to go into the prison to bust her out to save her.
Wow.
And then gets involved with his wife again. You find out why he took off on her when their son was dying. Like there is a lot of depth.
So it's like more than just like
it's
your
more than
standard
just
action,
getting the
yeah.
shit kicked out of a bunch of bad
Yeah.
guys by one really cool good guy. Like there's more to it. I don't know. Check
Asteroid
it out.
City?
Asteroid City
How
was
was
great.
Asteroid City?
Fantastic.
It's so good. I
Some
think it's
people
one of his
didn't
best.
like it, and I was like, "How? It's a Wes Anderson." Like,
I think it's one of his best.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
okay.
I heard it was meh.
It gets a mention. It doesn't get a lot.
Ugh.
I can't give a lot of it. How many people saw the
Sound of Freedom? Yeah, that was
God
the first thing.
damn it!
Oh my!
I saw somebody post a picture. It was of the theater scene when they're burning down the Nazi theater at in
Oh,
fucking
Inglourious?
Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
were
yeah.
like, just sabotage the Sound of Freedom premiere. It's like, oh,
Wow.
That's so funny.
Well, did you guys hear? Like one of the producers got arrested for
for
child
doing
porn?
the exact fucking thing.
Yeah.
Big fucking
And they're-
surprise.
And they're also saying that a lot of this is based on just the
Hearsay?
guy saying it.
Yeah.
Like they don't have.
All he did was fucking
Documentation of
hinder
this.
actual investigations.
Yeah.
He hindered fucking government investigations where they were actually following these people, and he just fucked them
Yeah.
around. That's it.
And what's sad is again, Hollywood is so
Stupid.
so concerned with making a buck more than anything, as they probably knew these things and were like,
Oh, absolutely.
But if
But
people,
people don't
don't,
care.
then fuck it. Who gives a shit?
They
Yeah.
fucking talked about it on CJOB. I was
Yeah,
like,
they
you
did, yeah.
we could do so much. I'm not going to say it on the podcast,
No,
but God damn it.
It's insane.
Mission Impossible was okay. I don't.
The Entity.
Mission Impossible
Yeah.
sucked.
It was.
okay.
It's not. It's losing its spark, man. It's not in the same caliber.
I don't
like,
want a part 2. I
To
don't
me,
care.
the best one so far, like it hasn't
Was
been as
three?
good
Three
as
is my opinion.
as Henry Cavill. The one where Henry Cavill was the villain.
And he reloads his fucking arms.
Yeah.
And grows a beard.
Like, that is what I thought this was going to be. And no, this was such a letdown.
This was him
The
trying...
entity, AI is the villain?
Stupid.
Give me a break.
Who wrote this, AI?
Obviously,
Yeah.
Oppenheimer and Barbie
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
up
Yeah,
there.
stole the show.
Insidious
stole
the
the
Red
show.
Door.
What, did you
Really,
like it?
They
really
cloned-
liked it.
They cloned Tyrone is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I keep
I
meaning
heard
to
very
get
good
to
things
it.
about that
It's
too.
really... Oh, Talk to Me as well.
Talk to Me was
Gotta
great.
talk about that.
Oh.
That was...
I think one of
Unbelievable.
us needs to buy one of the hand statues.
I will
from
tell
Talk
you-
to
So
Me.
I really want to. I really do.
I have not. I've had a hard time enjoying Gen Z horror, and I think they just fucking nailed it with this.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Like I
Because you know what it was, Jimmy? They didn't approach it with anything other. Like, literally, to me, I think the approach was, how could we do the Ouija board but replace the board with something better?
Well, because they went
'Cause that's
through
what
a
it
few
is.
other things before
Yeah.
they got to the hand.
Yeah.
And they don't know where the hand is now.
And that's...
They
oh
had
my
a few
God.
of them, and a few of them are gone.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
love
But I
that
think that's
shit.
what it was. It was like, because it
And I
is.
love
It's a
the
Ouija
lore.
board.
So they wrote
Yeah.
a whole bunch of lore about the hand
Yeah.
too that'll never see the light of day
Yeah.
unless they do a prequel or whatever.
Well, they announced a sequel, but I hope they don't do... I don't want
Different
to know where it
cast, yeah.
originated. Yeah. Or it could be that girl keeps getting summoned by people using the hand.
Just what a great idea.
Yeah.
Was the Meg 2? I started it, could not finish it.
I same thing.
I haven't even seen the first
Zoe
one.
and I watched it. We got through it. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but I like Jason Statham. I think he's
Sure.
funny.
I
think he's
fucking
a funny
failure
guy.
to launch it. I'm like, done.
You want to see a Meg?
TMNT,
that was
did
pretty
anybody
good.
see that yet?
Yeah.
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 It's
The
great.
new Ninja
It's
Turtles was
fantastic.
fucking awesome.
It's really good.
Martin,
It's really
if
good.
you haven't seen it yet, you're gonna love it.
Yeah. I really hope that they get to keep going with
I
what
think they
they've
will.
built. 'Cause
I think it
it's
got
good.
real success, and
Yeah.
I think everybody loved it.
Man, and Jackie Chan as Splinter is awesome.
Excellent
That would
casting.
make that's a great
awesome.
casting.
It's awesome.
You know what was a real big surprise was the last voyage of the Demeter for me and Jimmy. We really
Loved
liked it.
it.
We
It
really
was
Oh, it's
so
a Dracula. It's a
good.
Dracula.
It's
It's
Dracula.
a period piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a
They're
ship that's-
transporting, right?
They're
Was there French
transporting-
accents in it, Jimmy?
so many. But
With a Transylvanian accent.
and with a cast that you don't, other than David Dastmalchian, I don't really know the cast that well.
No.
But it's Dracula being transported, and he's gaining strength, and he's like picking them off one by one each night. And as he eats them, he's getting stronger and stronger.
So when he lands on like the East Coast,
He's ready to go.
fucking go.
Because when I saw the trailer, I'm not going to lie, it looked great. Like,
It
and I
was-
was like,
it was a
where the
surprisingly
fuck
good
did this
movie.
movie come from? There's no one really famous
It's so
in it,
good.
so I was like,
It was
It's do you know who it
What's
is?
going on here?
It's John's right hand in Game of Thrones, the smuggler. He plays a
Oh.
big lead in it. The guy with the
Oh,
Scottish
I-
accent.
yeah.
Who had his
I-
fingers were missing.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Gran Turismo and Blue Beetle. Jimmy,
Love
you-
Blue
Gran
Beetle.
Turismo.
Blue Beetle
yeah.
for me. Surprised.
You
really
liked
good.
it?
Yeah, surprisingly really good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it.
haven't
That's
seen it
George
yet.
Lopez as
Is it on-
the conspiracy theory
He was
uncle.
great.
I liked him. I liked him in the
it.
trailer. He has that one line against Batman. He's like, Batman is a fascist. And I burst out laughing.
And
Gran-
he's going to stay on as Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
They're
that's
gonna
James
keep
Gunn
him.
said. Yeah.
Well, he was great.
Well,
Yeah.
it was the first Gun Universe movie,
Yes.
right?
I gotta
think
check
that's
it out.
right.
I think it's on Crave. So
Give it a watch, man. And just
Yeah.
the color.
was
all,
not a
it's-
fan of Shazam. Not a
I
fan
don't
of
blame
it.
you there.
Yeah, it was
I don't
not
blame you there. It's a lot better than that.
Good.
Gran Turismo was
Still
nice
gotta
to
see
see
this.
Gran
Neil
Turismo was
Blomkamp
excellent.
back. You know what? It shouldn't be as good as it is.
I agree.
It-
But they made it what it should have been. They made it
yeah.
into the story.
me so happy.
It's an understanding of what a video game should
Movie
be as a
could
movie.
be.
I love Neil Blomkamp, so it makes me so happy to know that this did well.
He's
Yeah.
back.
No,
Because he's like basically exclusively working with Sony.
this
for the
may
most part,
have been
so-
his. I need to do this so I can do something.
Yeah,
else for
that's
me."
why. Yeah, totally.
I think
I
this-
honestly, I love Chap. Like I love all his movies. I love Chappie. I love.
I love Chappie too.
Bottoms. I don't know if you guys have seen
Bottoms.
this.
Bottoms was so
It's
funny.
so good.
Not what I expected at
No.
all.
What is it
No.
about?
It's
These
literally
girls
these girls
start
start
a fight club at school because
Yeah.
they're getting picked on by the jocks.
and they have low self-esteem, so they're
But
like,
it's-
"Fuck this, we should
it's
build our
so
own
silly
self-esteem."
and
Yeah,
so campy, and it's
like the jocks are like, it's
the
like
worst kind of football players.
Yeah, but they're also
played to a
feminine
point.
too.
Yeah,
it's weird.
they're played to a point where it's very, very clearly.
I gotta
a
watch.
yeah, like
it.
they'll
Okay.
do things like,
Okay.
and then but everyone thinks that's like so like manly.
Serious,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they're like, what's wrong, buddy? And like, yeah, but it's basically the girls are so
It's
every
Rachel,
one of them
Rachel
is,
Sennett.
yeah.
Is that how you say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
she was in what was that HBO show with The
Well, she
Weeknd
did-
that was
she-
horrible.
Oh, the Idol.
my
The,
God.
I watched The Idol.
I did too.
I'm sorry.
It was a hot piece of trash.
The Bodies. She was in that
Yeah.
too. That
She
was
was
so
so
good.
good.
Yeah. No, but Bottoms is really good. Like honestly, go into it as it's girl fight club comedy.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
That's perfect.
It's so funny.
Let's move into September here. The Equalizer 3. I have started it. I've yet to finish
Threequalizer.
it.
I haven't even seen
Threequalizer.
the second one, to be honest. I
There's
think
3
Pedro
and there's
Pascal.
The second one is a good one.
I don't remember them. I've seen them both, but I haven't seen the third one yet.
The first one was awesome, and I remember the Home Depot showdown is like what's like blew my mind. Second one I never saw, but I think Pedro plays a villain in it.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so
he plays
that
a rogue
makes me want to
CIA
see it.
agent in it.
But yeah, I haven't seen any of the other ones. But I think Dakota Fanning's in this. And
Dakota Fanning's in the new one. This one is he's in Italy and he's healing up.
Oh.
So something went wrong, and he's hanging out with a priest in Italy right now, and Dakota Fanning comes to his rescue.
Love the Denzel still kicking
Maybe
ass.
I watched a pirated copy of it, so I didn't get the subtitles.
Oh, so you're like,
so half of it I didn't
going on
understand.
here?
So maybe I need another pass at it.
I'm not seeing a lot for September.
There's not a lot towards the tail end of the year.
No, Dumb Money was good.
Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Dumb
3.
Money was
We
so
love
good.
Dumb Money.
I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
No,
Dumb Money was.
I've seen all the
very
docs on it, so I know who Paul Dano's playing and everything. So I'm excited to
good. And they
see
do
it.
it justice.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
The way they show streaming is very accurate.
Well, and again, I forget his name. The something cat is his
Oh,
online
yeah,
name
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Oh yeah,
But he fooled everybody, right?
Yep.
He was all like, "I don't know who this
He
guy
just-
is that's doing it." And it was
I
him
just like the
whole-
stuff.
Oh, man,
yeah.
it was great.
He
It's great.
believed in it, and then it got to the point where
And people were like, I
Speculation
like this
crazy,
guy,
yeah.
so I trust what he says.
I trust him, yeah, because he was just a likable guy. And he
I
was
just
doing
like the
it.
stock.
He was doing it for no reason other than to inform people.
That's
that
right.
was it. Big
saw-
Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Nope.
Shut up.
Theater Camp's really good.
I haven't seen that
It's
one.
very funny, very very funny.
Yeah,
Especially if you were a theater kid or into arts, it's very like
I
it
am.
makes fun of us in the best way possible.
The Expendables.
You know, we're just the worst.
Saw 10 was
No.
awful.
No, Saw 10 was.
Oh.
I heard they tried to sneak it between 1 and 2.
They did.
Oh.
So I like that they made John Kramer into more of a like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not redeemable, but empathetic.
Yeah.
You can understand his
Sure.
struggle from the movie
Because he was lied to about his
he
cancer
was tricked.
treatment.
They
right?
told him that they gave
Yeah.
him a cancer treatment. They did this surgery and everything, and then
And
he
then they
finds
didn't
out that
do it.
wasn't true.
Right.
They're
So
like,
the
we
people-
just opened your head
Right.
to nothing.
The people he's kidnapping in this case are the people that fuck over horrible or people with cancer.
And isn't
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
his first run at trying out?
Yeah, it's
the
him
traps
trying to
and
be
shit?
like, "Can I do this?"
Oh, so this
Yeah.
is a coming of age tale.
So you're watching people that truly deserve to die, and you don't, because he's in the other movies he's just torturing good people who are like they
made
smoke,
bad decisions.
they smoke,
Yeah.
or maybe there was an accident or something.
Yeah.
So they
When
turn
I-
him into that dude, that serial killer who kills just killers. What's that? That
Like
that TV show?
Dexter. It's like Dexter. Yeah.
Dextered him up.
That's
But
what
what
yeah, that's kind of how they made the movie. But it does, in its credit, I know it's a bad movie, but they did make it look like a Saw movie.
No, like this is what angered me about it. The reason why I say it's shit is they should have made this 10 years ago.
If you want to see
Like,
people
the
getting
fact
cut
that
up,
they're-
just watch The Artful
The
Dodger.
fact that they're doing
I will.
Dude,
the fact that they're doing it now,
Now,
it's just
it's too late.
such a waste of time.
But they got
It's
greenlit
such-
for another one.
I know, and I saw that, and I was like, "What?"
The Saw
And
fans
they're
will go
doing-
see anything,
and they're
dude.
doing it exactly like
now-
the old
it's-
school Saw. It's coming out
it's-
every year
it's
because
gore-
it's like 2024.
It's
so-
gore
soap opera,
porn
baby.
now.
It's a soap
not-
opera, Michael.
Well, because they're also going back again. James Wan made this movie in 15 days in a warehouse, so it can be made
It can be
every
done.
year, but like you shouldn't.
All right.
Yeah, it
so
doesn't mean you
can I
should.
just mention my dark horse of the year, my underdog of the year?
Sure.
Spy Kids Armageddon.
I didn't.
Are you serious?
No, I'm fucking just kidding.
love Jenna
I have
Rodriguez,
no
so
idea.
I was
I've never
like-
seen it. I've never seen it. I'm just kidding.
Did anybody see The Creator? I haven't seen it
I
yet.
don't- it just
Me
got,
and Michael
it,
saw
it
it.
got
Saw
shit
it.
on the
Did you
internet.
guys like it?
We liked it.
I thought it was fun. Like
Okay,
it
cool.
didn't lose my attention at any point. I think the story's kind of meh, but
The camera that they filmed it on, we got to use at school. So
yeah,
that was
it's a
sweet.
$4,000 Sony.
Yeah,
TV.
it's pretty cool.
Jeez.
It's pretty cool. Kill Room, I want to see just because of Maya Hawke and Uma Thurman being in a
Sure,
movie
yeah.
together.
First mom-daughter roles on screen.
I'm on to October. Are we
Yeah.
on October?
Totally Killer.
Totally killer.
It's fun.
Loved it. It
was
Loved
Patty.
it. Fun.
fun.
Patty Henderson, friend
Patty
of the show.
Henderson. Yeah. For
It was
sure. We
it was
love-
fun. It was
Patty
a fun
told
movie.
us how many times they had to make all them Breakfast Club homages to.
Yeah. I will say the
uh,
one thing that got annoying, but I like that even she gave up on it. I understand they have to acknowledge that, like, the way people talked and certain gender
Right.
stereotypes. I get it. But it was getting annoying that, like, every
she
That
had a
was
every
comment for-
2
yeah,
minutes
yeah.
it was like,
no,
hey, that's not
I will-
okay. Or like, hey, that's you should say it. It's like,
You're
we
right.
know. Like, oh my
Just
God.
once. Just do it
Yeah.
one time, and
But
then
she
can
like
just
gave
deal
Save
with
it-
even
save
she gave up on
Yeah.
it. So it was like,
Save
maybe
it for
that's it.
something
Yeah.
that's like really,
Yeah.
really wrong,
Like, I think
as
someone
opposed
says,
to everything having it all the
says
time.
like the F word towards
Yeah.
gay people, and she corrects that, which it's like, yeah, that even sounds harsh when you hear it. You know what I mean? But everything, like, oh, she, like, somebody says something like, oh, she's a woman, she'll cook it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's an obvious, like, haha. But the fact that you have someone being like, hey, that's not cool right away was
It's
like,
the
oh my
80s.
God, we get it. Like,
me and Jimmy were.
Are you going to say Exorcist Believer?
Yeah, we were torn
Yeah.
on that one.
I thought it was fine. I thought they did a good job of making their own movie while staying true to the first Exorcist.
There was some clunky parts where
It's a little slow.
It's a little slow.
I've heard.
They
Yeah.
don't know what to do with Regan's mom and
Yeah.
what she does. The fact that she gets blinded is very just
dark,
random and dark.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But Jimmy's right. Like it was what you wanted it to be. Like it opens with dogs barking at each other, attacking each other.
That's it, right? They do a great homage to the original.
So like you're getting
Yeah.
you're getting
It's an
William Peter
Exorcist
Blatty.
movie.
And
Yeah.
that's what David
Yes,
Gordon Green's
exactly.
kind of doing
Well,
with
fuck, I
these
like that
approaches,
guy.
right? Yeah.
Fuck, I like
Yeah.
that guy.
And McBride, man. It's him
I
and
know.
McBride. It's wild.
I love these comedy guys getting into horror, doing what they actually wanted to do the whole time.
'Cause it's
I
all
would
the
love
shit
to-
they
Not that
loved
much.
as kids.
There's not much of a difference between horror and comedy. If
No.
you can, there's
That's-
funny
it's a
things that
line of
happen.
perspective
It's,
because that's why comedy's dark. It
Subjective
can be dark.
version. Is that the word?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
where you think you're going to get something and then they do the total opposite.
Yeah.
Comedy and horror have a lot of that.
Also,
together.
these guys are very clearly horror fans. They love horror movies. They grew
Yeah.
up, so that's why they're like,
I want to make.
let's go back to what we loved about horror movies, right?
I saw the Netflix movie Reptile.
How was that? Ian saw that at TIFF.
Didn't get through the whole thing.
No,
No, it kind of drags.
it's like a crime.
I like
Is that
the
one with
idea.
Timberlake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It was not destined to do well.
And Benicio. I saw the trailer.
yeah,
and
but you guys are
didn't
afraid of
get
getting
me.
Alicia Silverstone.
That's true too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and Benicio. They.
yeah,
It's a good cast.
That's like a reunion for them.
yeah.
Yeah, it
From
is.
that,
They did Excess Bacon
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Wow. Weird.
Jimmy and me saw Killers together.
Yep.
That was 3 hours of a learning lesson for sure.
Yep.
Done
Good
really
though, right?
done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never bored.
No,
I was never bored. Never
know-
felt like 3.5 hours.
Scorsese
I felt
still
it could have ended.
don't go into it
again.
with it being about it's not a period piece. It's a crime movie.
Yeah.
It's
But
FBI.
he's even said it like that. He's like, it's a crime drama.
Yeah.
More than anything.
It's as much as like The Departed is a crime drama.
Right.
This is a crime drama just taking place in a different.
But I
era.
heard he does a good job of like, what is it? Like I don't know if acknowledging is right, but actually appropriating like the.
Oh, he
indigenous
came
culture
in. He
and-
came in with his hands open and was like, "Teach me.
Yeah.
I am."
Well, he
at
had
your
elders
disposal."
as consultants on.
They
it.
had a big dinner
Yeah.
a year before they even started filming. They were like, "You need to tell me how to shoot.
Tell me how this happened.
And am I the right guy to make this movie?
Yeah.
Right, that's half the battle.
Well, and it's because he'd read the book. So and
Comparing him to Ridley Scott, just being honest, of making movies in your older age, very interesting. Their approaches to their
quite
movies
different.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you
Yeah.
more.
House of
Five
Usher,
Nights.
I saw 5 Nights. Fucking hated it.
Yeah, I heard it was so bad,
It's
which
a-
kills me.
It's true. It's way worse than Willy's Wonderland. If you're gonna,
But I
watch
liked
one of
Willy's
these,
Wonderland.
I know.
I thought
if
it
you're
was
gonna
great.
watch either of these, watch Willy's.
Willy's, eh?
So
Willy's
much
is
So
way
Willy's is
better.
a true adaptation.
I like Josh
than
Hutcherson. I thought he did a fantastic
Yeah.
job. I think he should be acting. I think he should get more roles. This is not it.
Future Man is my favorite role of his, but yeah.
This movie just unnecessary.
I heard such bad
and
things.
fucking the Five Nights at Freddy fans are review bombing it with good reviews.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's just fuck
well,
you.
and it made a ton of money. It's
Yeah.
gonna
It's gonna get another.
I
one.
will say I haven't seen it yet, but this movie has caught my attention so much. It's called Suitable Flesh with Heather Graham.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys saw the trailer.
I
but
like
it's,
Heather Graham.
And basically what it is it's kind of got a little bit of freaky element to it. She switches bodies with a serial killer.
Oh my god!
And the serial killer starts using the fact that he's a hot girl
Interesting.
to his advantage.
That's exactly like
to
Freaky.
start killing even more. And then Heather Graham is trying to get back to
Her body.
But I think the difference in this one is he's in a completely different city.
Oh,
So it's even more insane
How do you
of
even
her.
find him?
Yeah.
Well, she can go back to her body.
It's like
but
Scary
who knows if he's
Face Off.
even there.
Yeah.
It's
I saw the
scary.
trailer and it
Face
hooked
Off
me.
was scary.
I saw the trailer and it hooked me because it's seeing Heather Graham play this like serial killer crazy
I'm glad.
person.
What else
so.
is she? Because I obviously I remember
She's
her from
directing and writing,
Scream
actually.
and
She is,
Austin
yeah,
Powers.
she is, yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, she's directing and writing a lot lately.
Let's move into the next month.
What are we,
here.
November?
We're November.
There's not a lot in November.
Yeah, Killers.
There really is.
You got your holdovers. We haven't seen
Holdovers was
Dream Scenario
fantastic.
yet, but
We're gonna.
We're into the where we haven't.
I
really
haven't seen the
stuff.
Marvels yet.
Haven't
but
seen
yeah.
Hunger Games. Haven't seen Marvels.
Terrifier 2.
Oh yeah,
Terrifier 2. I saw Leo. Leo was really fun.
Yeah, you told me really good things about
Yeah,
Leo.
Leo's really cute. It's everybody from the Adam Sandler
Oh yeah,
universe.
that's right. Yeah,
We gotta see Priscilla.
We do have to see.
I saw
Priscilla.
Best
I want to
Christmas
see
Ever.
Saltburn too. Actually,
Yep.
best Christmas ever. Not bad. It's worth a watch.
It was an okay Christmas.
It's way better than Candy Cane Lane. Like
Good to
way
know.
way better than Candy
Well,
Cane
and
Lane.
tonight we're gonna go see Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna. Yeah.
I want to see Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'd
actually
love to
looks
see
good
that.
to me.
Slashers are back.
He's already been
Yeah.
given a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Like,
And again, this is from a trailer from Grindhouse, which was like what 15 years ago.
Jimmy,
and now
did
he's
you
doing
see The
it?
Boy and the Heron already?
No, I've just seen a few trailers and some
Okay.
of the voice acting behind the scenes
And then-
stuff.
Ooh, I want to see It's a Wonderful Knife.
God damn it!
I heard about that one.
I've heard about that too.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to December.
Oh, the Marvels.
Yeah. And
Marvels was November.
Everyone Will Burn. That looks pretty interesting. Sorry, just looking at this in December.
Do you know what I think is going to burn too? I think the people are going to
Aquaman 2.
burn us down if we keep going.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We haven't seen a lot in December anyway. So
Yeah. That we'll have for the end of next year.
We'll let you all know how Aquaman 2 is when we all
Exactly.
go see it together.
And
Martin's going to fly back in for that one.
Anyways.
Listener, if you have a favorite movie of 2023,
Let
that
us
you
know.
would
We
love
probably
to-
missed it.
We probably missed it. We didn't go through everything. And
We
this
haven't
is
seen it
We
all.
didn't talk about Wonka.
Charles has told me that some of you out there think that our voicemail is just a joke. It's not a joke. It's an
not. It's
actual
real.
thing. It's real.
It's a real thing, guys.
So if you go
call it.
to one of the links
It's all free.
in our bio or in our social media or in the show notes and you see the voicemail link, you can hit it and you can record up to I think it's 3 minutes.
It's about 40 hours.
So you can really express your opinion.
It's on the server. It just goes on the server.
it doesn't stop.
Are we on Cameo as well, Mike?
We can be.
Ooh.
Someday.
Martin in the tub.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hi,
Jazz hour.
Martin.
The
We'll
jazz
have
hour.
we'll have a tier-based
I
cameo.
was going to say, that's the $300 Cameo
Yeah, that's it,
starting
that's it.
tier.
But
I hope you can hear me over the jets.
Can you hear my butthole?
So
A lot of cocaine up there.
just leave a voicemail, leave a comment. You can go to Spotify. Spotify has a Q&A section where you can tell us what you liked about the episode, what you didn't like about the episode.
Oh.
You can do a review on Apple, and you can now listen to us and watch us on YouTube. The entire podcast has been updated to YouTube because YouTube's getting rid of Google Podcasts.
That's right.
So now every podcast is just a stagnant video clip
Yeah.
of every episode. So if YouTube's your
I
bag,
hope they put Blue Chews as the sponsor.
On
You know what I mean?
YouTube?
The commercial.
The Blue
for
Chews
Blue the Bees.
YouTube.
Dude, I've thought about asking Blue Chew to sponsor the show, but I would never leave the house if that was the case.
He'd be rock hard.
Yeah, I'd just be like, look what I can do. Anyways,
Not gonna lie, boys.
I can edit with it.
The system works.
It
system
works.
works.
It
Science
You
is
don't
in your
need
favor.
it, but do you like it? Hell yeah, you like it.
Yeah, you want more.
You don't
fudge.
need it, but why not?
You don't need extra cheese, but extra cheese is great.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
right.
is this
you know
is
that,
probably
you know what when you put the powder on the popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
The
don't
flavor?
need it.
You don't
Yeah.
need it, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's your life is better with it.
Yeah.
So is this our last one before the holiday break?
this is it, man.
So this is it. If you want to listen to any more of us, you got to go back in the back catalog for a couple of weeks. Keep an eye out for our upcoming shows. We'll be back with movie nights at the Daughter and maybe some more trivia at LBJ. Anything else, Michael?
I have been a German dressed killer.
I'm Alan, and there's only one of me.
There's Michael Jordan, there's Scottie Pippen, and then there's Ripley.
Ripping the court.
I have had mad allergies this whole episode.
Enough Claritin in my house. Watch all the movies, listener. Thank you. Happy New Year. Have a happy holiday, and we'll see you in 2024. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.